Evening, ladies and gents. How you doing? It's middle-aged gamer guy, but you can call me Mags. Yes, also known as that timeless guy now, because that's a thing. There you go. Welcome to Tuesday Night Gaming Chat, where we talk about all the latest gaming news and reviews from the last 7 days or so. I hope you are all very well. Let's see who's here in chat tonight. First one in, I believe, according to this, was Gozzo. Good evening. He's our community member of the month. If we could give out Gozzo a shout out, because he gets a shout out every show that he's here. Congratulations for being voted by the community. Mr. Game Tank, hello, sir. Deputy editor of Debug Magazine. Hello, sir. How are you? Great to see you as always. Danka, hello all. How are you? Aurelian, howdy. Good evening. Flame, good evening. Good to see you. Aurelian, good to see you. iQuail, good evening. Good to see you as well. Welcome on in. AK Hockey Player, hello. Howdy as well. How are you? Well, hello there, clean shave, mate. I've had an haircut and a shave, ready for my travels tomorrow. So there you go. So not being very rock and roll, but there you go. You can tell Mag is Ecuador ready. Yes, well, as much as I'm ever going to be, let's face it. So there you go. I nearly got my voice back though, so I'll probably lose it again while I'm out there. So that'll be funny. But there you go. Welcome all in. Great to see you all. Hope you're having a good Tuesday. With me, as always, is my co-host that knows the most. He is the one, he's the only, the very talented and very knowledgeable Mr. David Jones. Hello, sir.
Good evening, mate. How you going?
I'm all right. How are you?
Not too bad, mate. Not too bad.
Good. I'm going to say AK Hockey Player says he's not been very well, so get well soon.
Oh, good.
Get well soon. How have you been, Dave? What have you been up to?
I've been all right, mate. Been busy with work. Busy with family stuff. Busy with kittens. I probably didn't say we had some new kittens a couple of weeks.
No, you got kittens.
Yeah. So I've been busy with them. I've been tearing around the house, causing all sorts of chaos, scratching our hands to pieces. You'll better see it on the cameras, but hands look like I'm a self-harmer. It's ridiculous.
Right. Oh, okay. Ouch. New cats.
Yeah. Been having fun with them.
Yeah. We'll be talking about cats later, funny enough. So that segues quite beautifully with one of our games for tonight.
Sweet.
So, what have you been up to? What have you been playing?
Well, I've been playing quite a bit of Star Wars Outlaws.
Hey.
But I'll save any other talk about that till we come to it later on. But I did have a few rounds on the weekend of the Call of Duty Black Ops 6.
Oh yeah, what do you think?
I quite enjoyed it actually. I mean, I can't really compare it to any of the other ones because I've never really bothered playing Call of Duty multiplayer for years, to be honest. But what I played of this one, yeah, it felt pretty good. You know, looked good, played good. You know, controllers were really responsive. You know, had a pretty good time. I had a few rounds where I came up against people who probably play it way more than I do, who can just shoot within a second of seeing you. My reactions aren't that good. It takes me a moment to register like the names in red, and that's the enemy. Oh, I need to aim and kill them. So matchmake with a few of the people like that. Play all right. Had a bit of fun. So I'll probably try a bit more of that when it comes out probably in October.
Yeah. Some people have said to me they really enjoyed it. I was speaking to someone else who said they didn't think much of it, but it's quite, again, it's got quite mixed thoughts. Aurelian said, I thought Dave was going to say he had a few rounds of Concord for a second there. Well, he was possibly one of the 24 people that were playing it today, because apparently that's how low the numbers got before they made the announcement.
Yeah, it ain't good.
No, we're not going to talk about the Concord thing because we'll probably wait until there's a bit more info, but we will no doubt talk about that on the show next week. But for those who didn't know, literally Concord got pulled. Well, will get pulled by Friday. It's not even been out 2 weeks, and Sony are pulling it, and they're giving refunds to everyone. And some people are speculating that they're going to close it down and reopen it as a free-to-play thing. But if they're giving people refunds, that says to me, it ain't coming back. It's gone. It's gone just like that Day Before game at Christmas that lasted 2 weeks. I mean, that was a scam. Concord was just that nobody cared, which is a shame because people put a lot of time and effort into that, and it just didn't happen. So there you go.
What a cheap scrap it at it than trying to spend the millions to rejig it into like free to play.
Well, look, if your opening weekend there's only 624 people playing it on your opening weekend, that is not a good sign.
I can't see it coming back stronger.
No, it's not. It's not. Good evening, Ben. It's that time of the week when I get all the scores wrong again. Also, can we get a shout out for Ben because he was our community member of the month last month, and tonight's his last day for shout outs. So we're going to give him a shout out because obviously we had the week of Timeless where we weren't streaming. So I said we'll give him a couple extra days. Deadly Pilgrim, evening, Mag and Dave. Evening. Good to see you. As always. There you go. So I've been playing, ironically, 2 games that we're going to be talking about. Like you, I've been playing lots of Star Wars Outlaws, and I actually streamed it last night. So everyone who watched it last night, I hope you enjoyed it. I kind of, for the purposes of the stream, went back to the beginning again.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't spoil anything. Because some people had already played it and were a couple of hours ahead of the stream, and some people hadn't played it at all. So I thought that was a fair thing to do. And obviously, last Thursday, we played Gori, Cuddly, Carnage, which was great fun. And I actually completed that on Sunday. I played the whole thing through and completed it and did all the extra stuff to get as a secret ending. So I actually did that as well. So, yeah. So that was quite cool. That was a couple of hours to knock through that. And, yeah, we'll talk about that in a little bit. Shall we bring our guest in? Because Nightbot has very cleverly put an advert for format and getting your tickets. So I thought it's perfect timing.
Segue by Nightbot.
Yeah, well done, Nightbot. Well done for you. I might be
on board.
Yeah, exactly. It's almost like it's psychic. Danke says I may well buy a month of Ubi Plus just for it. Without giving anything away, I think Star Wars Outlaws is probably worth it to do that. So yeah, it might be worth a shot. But we'll tell you what the critics said a little bit later on. So this gentleman, his second time on the show. We've supported him on numerous occasions. He runs some amazing events. Like seriously, I love going to his events. I love being part of his events. And this month in September, literally in a couple of weeks' time, is probably the biggest event that he's ever done. And he's taking format from Manchester to Liverpool for the very first time. We're going to be talking all things format through the show. If you don't know what format is, the link is there, or exclamation format in the chat. You get 25% off your tickets for the main event on the Thursday. We'll also be telling you a little bit more about the Friday, where we're doing a Taste of Timeless on it as well. But please welcome the man, the legend, the myth, the CEO of Format. Please give it up for Simran.
Oh, thank you very much for that, Paul, and thank you very much for that, Dave. I hope I don't transition into myth just yet, though. I kind of like being on this earth for the time being. I'm here. Like typically, the myth comes after you've left, so I try to stay on the earth a bit longer so I can give you all more great events. But yeah,
that sounds like a plan.
Oh, thank you, Pat. It's nice to speak to you. But absolute pleasure to be here. And this is not my house, by the way, but I just didn't want to give people the most underwhelming background ever. So thanks, dude. To be fair, though, the background I had was plain white as well, so yeah, it worked out quite well. But I just want the grand piano. I just want that grand piano. We were having a long conversation about grand pianos before this.
Yeah, it was. We were talking that Simran said you only need to know like 3 sets of chords, and then you can make it look like you can play the piano. So
yeah, pretty much. TikTok. There's a TikTok tip for everyone. Look up how to impress people by playing the piano if you don't know how to play the piano. You literally just know how to play 3 keys. And if you can play these 3 keys in order, people will assume you know how to play the piano, and it works. I've tested it, and it's brilliant for getting out of an awkward situation where everyone, can you play the piano? Yes, I can.
There you go. Just for a moment, I was like, Simran's got a grand piano. I know. So there you go, folks. Chopsticks doesn't cut it anymore if you do that. The lovely Michelle's here. Hello. She goes, oi, oi.
Hey, hello.
There you go.
Hi, Michelle. You okay?
Godso says, hello, Simran. Grand Designs at 4 says, are format tickets dynamic pricing because I can't afford £350 per ticket? Who's charging you for it? Have you been going to ticket touts, Grand Designs at 4?
I haven't
He's talking about the Oasis ticket sale.
I was going to say,
it'll just go up.
We've never put anything on Ticketmaster, so you don't have to worry about that, I'm afraid.
You imagine?
The
Oasis thing. There you go. I was going to say, bloody hell. Yeah. There you go. Big Fuzzy Yak, good evening. Good to see you. Lovely. How you doing? Aduma Mum, thank you for the follow. Oh God, I missed someone else. Simran. Ben says, evening, Simran. Love the piano. Everyone's loving the piano. Bit like the 4 chord song. Yeah, there's a load of songs that are just 4 chords. So you can play loads of songs. There is a comedy group called Axis of Awesome. They have a brilliant song called 4 Chord Song, which covers all. Yeah, there's they play about 40 songs that are 4 chords. It's insane. Holy crap! It's 2 really sexy guys and Mag. Thanks, Jesse.
I'm assuming he's talking about the piano as one of them, because the piano is getting more love than us tonight.
The piano is getting more love. It's like the most high-rated thing we stream. The piano. Good to see you, Big Fuzzy Yak. Maya, hello, Maya. Not see you in ages on stream. Good to see you. Last time I saw Simran, he was making out with Mag up top. Well, yeah, hang on. So, just to clarify,
only on weekends.
Bro hug, and I made the joke. Bloody hell. I thought we were going to kiss at one point, and then we did try and do a fake kiss. Yeah, that was quite funny, that. But there you go. Yeah. So anyone who didn't see it, I'm not arguing it. It happened. We just didn't actually kiss.
My missus approved. She says you're a good-looking guy, so she was okay with it. Yeah.
Bless you. That's all right then. That's all right. We do it for the events, people. That's why we're doing it.
We do it for you. We do it for the community. The community. Did I say it was for the community? It's definitely for the community.
Me and Simran are having a cozy snog for the community. So there you go. I'm not arguing it. Hello, Dave, by the way. Good evening.
Hello, Dave.
Maya, thank you so much for resubscribing. Tier 1, that's 3 months. That's 25% off your sub as well. Thank you so much. Big shout out to you. Greatly appreciate it. Exclamation sub hype in chat. Thank you. We are trying to reach that goal of 100 subs per month because it means I get a 60-40 split. Also, it's September, so you can get 25% off all subs. So it's cheaper, but I still get my cut, and then Dave gets his cut once a year in November because that's how we work it out. There we go. I watched that video on repeat of an evening. Then I'm worried about you, Jesse, if that's the only thing you do at nights now. Deadly Pilgrim says, looking forward to format. It's local to me this year. Can't wait. Maya just gifted a tier 1 sub to Big Fuzzy Yak. Thank you. That is awesome. Thank you so much. There you go, Big Fuzzy Yak. You get 30 days of no adverts, which is pretty cool. So greatly appreciate it, Maya. Thank you so much. There we go. So that's now 48 out of 100. We're doing even better. Nobody gets the sweet mag off his feet but me. True, he did the love lift us up where we belong. Was that in Cardiff or was that at Timeless? I can't remember now. It was one of the two. In that way, you refused. What was that? Is that why you refused to put a kissing booth at Timeless Mag? Yes. Dave says, hello, Simran, Dave and Mag. There you go.
Hello, Dave.
I didn't see Dave at Timeless. Do you mean this Dave? Or Dave Johnson?
Around there for a couple of hours.
Both of them were there. Both of them were there.
How many Daves are there? I think there's more than one Dave there.
It's a Dave conspiracy. Maya, bloody hell, gifted another sub, and that's going to Danka. There you go. Thank you for being so generous. We greatly appreciate it. That is pretty freaking awesome of you. Thank you. Mwah! Thank you. Superstar. I've been told to behave today. Who told you that? I was at the Berry Twitch meetup. Oh, it was at the Twitch meetup. Of course it was. Bloody hell, all these events, they do blur, especially when I'm getting sweats off my feet by giant bulls. I said meant bulls as in bulls with horns, not giant. Yeah, let's not go there. Yeah, that Dave on screen. Yeah, Dave was that Dave there, right there. He was there. He was at the event.
Oh, was?
He's been to all three. So don't worry, I didn't say Dave at Timeless either. Also, I thought until I realised I took a picture of him. So there you are. He's in the picture thing. There you go. Yep, bloody hell. May's just gifted another sub, which is going to Deadly Pilgrim. Oh, my life. Thank you so much. You're an absolute superstar, Maya. Thank you so much. We're now at 50, I believe. 50 out of 100. It's pretty freaking awesome. Thank you so much. Well done, Deadly Pilgrim. You get 30 days ad-free viewing. Some say that might be a blessing. Some might say that having 3 minutes of adverts to not see my face is also a blessing. But there you go. So, for those who don't know, format, exclamation format in the chat. Simran, tell us what you've got lined up for this magnificent event in Liverpool in a couple of weeks.
I am bringing you not only our biggest event, I am bringing you the event in September. I have, Paul, everything at this event. I have spent the better half of a year and a half planning this, and you are going to walk into the warehouse project of video games on September 26th, and you are going to absolutely love everything. All night long music performances, all night DJ sets, the Quota Creator Lounge with prominent YouTube streamers and creators live streaming, the dedicated esports zone, 25 plus game studios ranging all the way from AAA to all the way down to indie, some of which have flown out from Canada, India, and all over America just to be at this event. We've got the likes of Bandai Namco, Avalanche Studios, Skyhook Games. It's going to be the ultimate gaming nightlife event.
It's going to be phenomenal. Like, I am so hyped. And the fact that, again, you very kindly invited me, so thank you for that. And
I just wanted to off you. That was it. That was the reason for the invite.
He wants another cheeky kiss. It's going to be so good. And a lunatic in a bull's head as well. Yes, there'll be a lunatic in a bull's head. I wouldn't be surprised if the lunatic in the bull's head ends up with the because you've got the Techno Spartans again, haven't you, as well?
Oh, I'm bringing an army of those this time. We've got the biggest number of Techno Spartans in format history. There is a dozen of them coming, so there's going to be a whole dance routine of 10 of them on stage.
Oh my God, that's going to be the biggest.
Whereas before it's been a trio act of 3, whereas now we've brought a small army of them with us. There's a dozen of them. And it's going to be a full choreographed performance. So I hope you're ready for half an hour of K-pop dancing.
Yeah,
from lights.
I'll try my best K-pop moves as best as possible. But with that and all the cosplayers as well, because we've got the wonderful Jinx, who's a good friend of the show and everything. So you got all the cosplayers, you've got these Techno Spartans. I can see like being a massive dance-off with all these cosplayers, all these Techno Spartans, and just Ben from Bullying in the middle of his head bobbing up and down. It's going to be fun. It'll be like the epic dance-off, K-pop dance-off of the century.
So my plan is, if all the cosplayers are ready on time to be out of them doors like they normally are at 6 p.m, my plan is to do the Captain America Avengers Assemble outside the front entrance, because there are the biggest lineup of cosplayers that we have ever had. Like what I'm talking, official cosplayers that will be there participating as part of the event. There's over 20. There's over 20 plus. Of them, and it's going to be a whole lineup. We've got so many wonderful costumes to the point where I can confirm this because it has been announced. Has anyone here watched the Fallout Amazon TV series?
Yeah,
we have got one of the guys who built the power armor suits for that show coming to this event to walk around in the power armor from Fallout.
Sweet, that's going to be so freaking cool. I've got to get my photo taken with that in like days. Like, wow. That's going to be insane.
We've gone all out for this. I'm giving you... I know I say this with every event, but if you miss this, you're going to get FOMO so bad that it will put you in a coma. That is how bad
I love that. Doorways blocked and everything. Nice. Holy shit, that's sick. So that, I've got to say a couple of things first. Firstly, Grand Designs on 4. Thank you very much for the resub. Tier 1 sub. We've now got a hype train going. Thank you to Dag Gametank for the 100 bits as well. So thank you to both of you. But Grand Designs at 4 said, do format do anything close to Newcastle? We get no love for these kind of things up here, and they sound really cool. So is that something you'd ever consider going up there? Oh, he's thinking about it.
I'm saying nothing yet at the moment on that.
Okay. That basically means he's got plans to. We'll just say that. I'm saying that for him. He didn't say that, but
Newcastle's a nice city. That's all I'll say. Yeah. And I said that Liverpool was a nice city once. So just.
I know. So yeah, there we go.
I think a lot of cities are nice. A lot of cities are nice as well. So I think,
people are just chucking city names in now. Will's like, come to Birmingham.
I told you, Paul, like I said this to you at the last VIP event. I opened a can of worms by going multi-regional with this business. Now, every city wants us. We're going to become the bongos bingo of the games industry. That is what we are ultimately going to become. And, I have plans for other cities is all I will say on that front.
Nice. Will we get an inkling of what that might be at this event, or do we have to wait a little bit longer?
You will have to wait because a few of them are conversations at the moment, and these things take time. Like Liverpool was a conversation that took place for over 2 years. So, but I'm not saying that it'll take 2 years. Like if all goes according to plan, another city will be next year. But that depends on how conversations go that I'm having at this current moment in time. Because going to another city is a huge commitment for us. Like we have to negotiate with all the studios, the council, and these conversations take a lot of time. As I'm sure you can imagine, I've just finished having to expand to Liverpool and give them the games industry event.
Of course.
So it depends how my conversations are ongoing. But touch wood, if everything goes according to plan, there might be a third city in 2025. We shall see.
Yeah. Okay. It's expanding. It's growing. People say, I'm going to just go through a load of these comments. Will, good evening. How are you? Good to see you. Big Jesse says, I've literally bought a new car so I can come to format.
That is definitely the ultimate flex. I can say if someone's bought a car just for format, like Jesse, you have to put a sticker on it now, don't you?
Yeah, it's got to happen. Techno Spartans are awesome. These podcasts get put on YouTube once they finish? Yes, they do, but about a week or two after. So the one we did last week will turn up this week, probably tomorrow. And then this will be out when I get back from wherever the hell I'm probably going to get shot at. Simran said, do you need any help? Sorry, Deadly Pilgrim said, Simran, do you need any help at the venue?
Well, thank you very much for that, Deadly Pilgrim. That's very kind of you, but we're actually at full capacity. I've got literally a small army working on setup for this event. So thank you very much for the kind offer, but we don't need any more help at this time. If anything, I've got too many people. But I've literally, the famous scene, I don't know if anyone's ever seen An Idiot Abroad, but where Carl Pilkington gets put in a 5-star luxury resort and he gets given a butler and he's like, I don't know what to ask him to do. What do I do? Do I send him to go get a Twix? Do I just ask him to get me a Twix? That's the level I'm at for help with setting up. Do I make this person just go get me a Twix? Because I don't really know what else to do. Sorry, I'm ignoring the question from Dave.
No, don't worry.
Thank you, Deadly Pilgrim, for the offer, though. Very kind of you.
There you go. Can Simran confirm there is a sidebar I can hide from Mag from during the event at the after party? It's probably yes.
Yeah, I mean, they'll probably let you behind the first bar if you really want to. You don't even need to get to the sidebar. They know Mag's coming, so they understand. They have a little hatch underneath the bar that people can go to for if they just need to take a breather. And there's a first aid kit as well if you're traumatized.
I didn't think I was that bad, but fair enough. If you miss format, you'll be FOMO-tose.
I like that. I'm going to coin that one.
I'm going to take the FOMO because of Coma sounds great. FOMO. I can't even pronounce that.
FOMO Como.
There
you go. FOMO Como.
Liverpool is awesome. Come to Nottingham. South Wales, I think, next. Hello, Jumanji. How are you doing, mate?
Oh, it started.
There you go. Can you do south of the M4? This is just going to get that. No worries. Thank you, Maya. Thank you for lurking.
I'll go on record right now and saying the South can wait a very long time before you get me. So sorry on that one, Jesse. The North needs us at the moment. The North deserves its representation.
There you go. Is Dave playing solitaire while we're talking about this? I don't know what he was looking something up, I think. Essex needs a bit of love. Look, I'm originally from Essex. Doesn't mean I'm going to do a gaming show there. Just saying.
I mean, if a guy from Essex doesn't want to do a show there, then I don't know why you're coming to me asking for it.
I have this mental image of Simran, even when he sleeps. When he wakes up, he's somehow written the concept of the new event while sleeping.
So do you know what, Dave? You're not half wrong. So do you know how they always say people have their best ideas on certain circuits? So some people say it comes in the shower. Some people say it comes in I actually get my best ideas when I'm in bed at night. So that's why it takes me so long to fall asleep at night, because I literally just sit there, think of stuff. Don't ask me why. My best ideas come to me when I'm trying to go to sleep.
There you go. It's always the way. Just keep coming to Liverpool. It's best for everyone involved, which I mean by me. I thought the little hatch under the bar was for serving Mag because you can't see over the bar itself. I mean, there's that as well. What about if you miss the event but doesn't have much hair? A foam over, comb over. God, do it in Derby. How to remember the ideas when you wake up? That's the final question before we get cracking.
I don't really have a secret hack for that. I just kind of go to bed going, this was cool. That was a cool idea. I'm going to implement that. I'm going to run that past and see how that comes in. I'd say about 7 out of 10 times they come to fruition. So don't ask me. I think my brain's just at maximum capacity when it was asleep, which, you know what, is the ultimate piss take, because it's you don't have these ideas when I'm awake. You wait until I'm going to sleep, but I don't have all night to implement them. So thank you for that.
Yeah, there you go. His brain don't switch off. We're very similar, so I'd know what that's like.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah, I guess I'm banned from format for that joke. Works for me. Bad, get a new manager. Right, I will. Thank you. I will get that straight on that after this show. So if you want to get your tickets, you can get 25% off the main event on the Thursday. We'll be showing you what that is like a little bit later on, and we'll also be talking about the after party probably in about 45 minutes or so. Exclamation format in chat. You've got a link there. The tickets are about 13 quid. If you use the link, you can get it for about £9.75 if my maths is correct, and gets you in from 6 o'clock to 1 a.m. for the main event. So go check it out. We should probably crack on with the show because we've got 8 games to talk about. Are we ready, gents?
Yeah, let's go for it, mate.
Let's do it, folks. So this week we have got 8 new games. This is our 182nd show. We've got World of Warcraft, The War Within, Visions of Mana, Gori, Cuddly, Carnage, Squirrel with a Gun, and Star Wars Outlaws, to name a few, plus the latest gaming news from the last 7 days or so. And no, we won't be talking about Concord that's only got 24 players. because we already have. So because we had technical issues last week, I am trying something new. So we're going to see how this works. So we're going to go through something a little bit new, but we're going to play the first trailer of the game. This is the World of Warcraft, The War Within, which came out last Tuesday on PC. We're going to play the trailer. Let us know your thoughts in chat. I'll bring it up on the stream. And here we go.
Slender is the strand that guides your destiny. So easily overlooked, yet cutting deeper than the sharpest blade. Inevitably, the void consumes everything.
Azeroth calls. We must answer.
So much chaos and destruction. The darkness hungers. Azeroth must be protected. We will find Xalatath. You mortals are the most wrathful creatures in existence. Your hunger for violence is insatiable. Coming for all of you.
Azeroth still needs us. We are in this together.
Go to her, champion. Lend her your strength.
There you go, folks. So this is our first game, World of Warcraft, The War Within. Dave, tell us a little bit more about this.
Yes, this is the 10th expansion pack now for World of Warcraft, but it's the first in a new 3-part saga, the World Soul Saga that they're bringing out. In this one, there's just one of those new big bads who's popped up. Someone called Xalatath, who's now trying to raise his own forces to try and take over Azeroth, and it's up to you and masses of the players you can get to fight with you to battle him through various quests and stuff to try and stop him from doing it. This has got a whole new subterranean area that you get to explore, which is split into like 4 fairly distinct regions with their own visual style that looks pretty cool. It's got a couple of new features as well. It's got like dynamic flying on your mounts, which I think they sort of brought a bit of in the previous expansion, but there's more of it in this one. And then they've got these new things called delves where you can go in solo with it's like 4 players to delve into these like treasure vaults, looking for lots of nice shiny loot, like everyone likes to do. And it's got a general increase to the level cap. From looking at it, it looks all right. Yeah, I don't think it's really changed that much graphically over the years, as it wow. It's had a little bit of a spruce up, I think.
Yeah.
It still kind of looks like it originally did. Never been my type of games. I've never played it, but I'm sure those long-time players will probably just jump straight into this and probably hit the new level cap within like a day or two.
There you go. Which is exactly what Ben was going about. So last time I played WoW, it was all about grinding your way up to a level cap and crunching the numbers to be.
Sounds about right.
So there you go. A lot of people thinking this is going to score very highly. We'll talk about how you can get a shout out in chat by guessing the right score very shortly. But Simran, are you a World of Warcraft fan? Is this something that would take your fancy?
So like Dave, I've never really played much of World of Warcraft, but I have kept up to date with it over the years. Like I've seen the World of Warcraft movie. I've always don't ask me why. I've always just been fascinated with it from a game development standpoint because it's one of those IPs that just carries so much weight in the industry, and it's such a huge phenomenon. It's just one of those like grassroots IPs that everyone knows. And so I've always kept up to date with it. And I think that was a really solid trailer, if I'm honest with you. It had a bit of a nostalgia element to it. It kind of like going back to its roots a little bit, which I liked because WoW went through a bit of a phase where it kind of tried to reach out to new audiences. And I think it kind of implemented a lot of features that kind of didn't really resonate with the original fan base. Like I think they got rid of, correct me if I'm wrong on this, I think they got rid of like vanilla World of Warcraft, didn't they? You can't play that anymore, correct? Or did they bring it back?
Well, they did bring back some original servers, didn't they? I assume they're still around. I haven't been following it, but I think also brought some servers around back for like some of the original expansion packs, so you could play the game, its original format, and then also when like the first couple of expansion packs came out. So they might still be around, but I don't follow it close enough to tell you that.
I mean, I think that Blizzard do a good job with the marketing of World of Warcraft, to be honest with you. And I think that I just think that was a solid trailer. So yeah, if I had to score it, I'd give it an 8.5. Like as a trailer, on a trailer basis, I would give that an 8.5. I think it captures the essence of World of Warcraft quite well, and they know who they're trying to target.
Okay, all right. So Simran's going to say an 8.5. For those who've not seen the show before or are very familiar with the show, you guess that we don't actually score the actual reviews. What we do is we scale the reviews and get an average score. So you may agree with it, you may not, but if you guess it right, you can get a shout out in the chat. So Simran is saying an 8.5. I'm going to go through because some other people have said scores already. Big Fuzzy Yak said an 8. Well, Jesse said a 9, but I think that was for me getting the tech working this week. Danka said he reckons this is going to be an 8. Anything less than 8 will be a shocker. 8.5 because it's fucking nostalgia bait. Gozzo says an 8. Ben says taking a punt, 7.5. Iquel says DLC is always hard to score, but WoW is popular though, so I reckon it's an 8.5 as well. Flame says an 8. Deadly Pilgrim. Jesse says I've not seen the show before. Liar. Dave, what say you? Chat, get the rest of your scores in now if you want to get a shout out.
I'm going to try an 8 for this one.
Okay, an 8. I'll give a 9 for the game as well, says Jesse. Okay, so you're going 8. Simran's going 8.5. Folks, last chance. This is World of Warcraft, the War Within expansion, which came out last Tuesday on PC. And if there are no other guesses, I can tell you that we got a good start. Just another Gamer Geek. Hello, good evening. Just snuck in there with an 8 out of 10. I can tell you this got a very, very reputable 8.5 out of 10. So congratulations, Simran. You got it right. We get a shout out for format in the chat. Big Fuzzy Yak is like, nerds. There you go. I like that. Dave tried to shout himself out and it says, be sure to follow me, but there is no channel. So there you go. So 8.5. Congratulations. iQuail, well done. Simran, there's all. Also, there's where you get your tickets. There's the TikTok. There's the Insta. There's the X/Twitter, because I don't call it X. Go check out all the socials of format. Brenny, how you doing? He says, up the Simran, nice piano.
Thank you. See, the piano, man. This has made me want to buy a grand piano now.
He's going to have one now, isn't he? It's going to happen. It's going to be a thing. It's going to be a thing. There you go. Well done, everyone, for getting that right. Let's swiftly move on to our second game of the night. This also came out last Tuesday. This is out on PC, Switch, PS4, 5, Xbox Series X, S, and 1. And this is called the Crypt Custodian. Let's go. There you go, folks. So that is the Crypt Custodian. Yes, our first of 2 games to feature cats tonight. So a bit of a cat theme. Dave, tell us a little bit more about this one. This has got very, as people have said in the chat, very Cult of the Lamb kind of feel.
Yeah, I think it's got those vibes because of the art style, hasn't it?
Yeah.
It's a slightly different game to that one. This one is a Metroidvania with some sort of Zelda-like elements to it. You're playing as a cat called Pluto who's died, gone to the afterlife, was living in the palace in the afterlife. I think ends up breaking some vases, pissing off the person that looks after the palace, and you get kicked out and you get given a mop, a broom, and you're told to go and clean up the place. So you then got this nice big map to explore. Got to go and clean it all up, clear out some dungeons, try and find your way back into the palace. And along the way, you're going to meet various of the little ghosts that are out there, find out their stories, see if you can help them. I think it looks pretty cool. I like the art style, like most of the other people on here, and it looks like it's got some good sort of platforming elements to it as well. So I think it's definitely one to have a look at.
I like the look of it. I'll be honest, it's my kind of thing. It's because obviously I like Cult of the Lamb because Lammy's up there. It's my kind of vibe. Simran, your thoughts on this one?
I think it's a cute little indie game. I think it's got single play value. I like the art style, and like I say, it is very similar to Cult of the Lamb. It's not something I would personally play. It's the reason I've never played Animal Crossing. I've got gripes with that non-real voices. I can't do it. Even Simlish annoys me. You hear characters go don't ask me why. I think that's one of my little gripes. That sort of stuff, but. I don't think it's something I play, but I think it's a nice little cute little indie game. It definitely feels like there was a comment in chat that it feels like something you'd find on PlayStation Plus. Yeah, I would resonate with that. It comes across very much as like a PlayStation Plus. It looks like a PlayStation indie title, is what I would say. Yeah, if I was to score, I would probably put it on probably about 7.
Okay, going for a 7. Danka says if you have a day, you can complete it because it's about 6 hours to beat.
Nice.
Simlish. I thought Mag used a direct Simlish because I can never understand his accent. Thank you. Talking to Simran in Simlish now, strictly. Oh God, Brenda, you won't last long at format. Let's have a look at some.
You're just banned from format now.
Yeah, you're just banned. Yeah. See, it's as easy as that, Brenna. You're gone. See, gone. If I can get voice acting into bullying by recording in a hotel bathroom, there's no excuses for indies that have funding. What is his accent? What? Whose accent? What the? Take that, Brenny. Just don't know. Anyway, iQuell says an 8 maybe for this one. Let's have a look at other scores. Gozzo says an 8. Just Another Gamer Geek says a 7. Deadly Pilgrim says 6.5. Ben says 6.5. Danka says loving the art style. The map looks fairly large, so let's go for an 8 on this one. Manic says a 7 for this. Big Fuzzy Yak says a 7. Yeah, and then Kelp Bunny says 8. Should be a 10 for the use of black cats because they are the best cats. Chat, get the rest of your scores in now if you haven't already. Oh, you want to know what Simran's accent is?
I mean, it depends who you speak to. I've been told I sound mank as anything, but then my fiance's uncle says I sound like Gary Barlow because the way I go Arlo, which I don't hear that person. I don't hear that person. But then some people say that I sound like a posh northerner. But then I don't think I sound like I'm from down south. But I also don't think I sound mank. But when I go down south, they're like, "You're proper northern, you aren't you? You're real northern." But I've also got a resting bitch voice. I've just got a naturally deep voice. So basically, I think I'm just a northern Lancashire accent meets a bit of a Manc accent is basically what I think is the best way you can describe it. But I am half Indian, so there's probably a little 1% of Indian in there somewhere as well. But I have actually, to be fair, I have got a bit of a Yorkshire twang now as well because my missus is from Yorkshire, and over the years I've started to pronounce words very differently. I emphasize my A's a lot now. I used to go A, now I go A. So that's basically I've got a Lancashire, Manchester, Yorkshire accent, basically.
Simran's accent is the right mix of refined northern and good humour with a slight hint of sarcasm.
I will take that.
Big Jesse, on behalf of the South, you are well northern. There you go.
Okay, I can live with that. But fun fact for you, I was born in the South, so I like to use the phrase that I was born in the South but made in the North. So yeah. Nice.
There you go. I was born in the South and then unfortunately got stuck in the Midlands. There you go. Can't have everything, can we? Dave, what do you reckon this got?
Oh, yeah, we're scoring, aren't we? So I got deep into the whole accents to it then. Forget it. Let's go with a nice 8 for this one.
Going for an 8. Okay. Chat, last chance to get your scores in. This is Crypt Custodian, which came out last Tuesday. on PC, Switch, PS4, 5, Xbox Series X, S, and 1. And if there are no more scores, I can tell you that this didn't do quite as well as our first game, but it certainly did do well because it got an 8 out of 10 on average. So there you go.
Bad.
So doing really, really well. 8 out of 10 for that one. There's a number of people I think Big Fuzzy that's like shocking. Do we need to see section mag into the north and the Midlands? The C, I assume, stands for Coventry. Yeah, and the N stands for Nuneaton. There you go. I want a shout out directly from Dave. Good luck. So Dave, you said an 8, didn't you?
I did indeed.
Yeah, so you get a shout out for those who've not seen the show. Dave doesn't have a Twitch channel, so we can't do shout outs in the conventional way, but we have to do it in a different way. So, Dave, how would you like your shout out for the first one?
I'll tell you, you can jump up from behind the chair to start off with, mate.
Okay, all right. That's cool. Watch me knees collapse as we do this. Oh, they cracked. There we go. Right. Are you ready?
Go for it, mate.
Dave!
Very nice.
There you go. First shout out of the night done. You still got that chair that don't spin? Yes, I do. I still have the GTO Mega chair that everyone signed, but we don't use it on this show because it don't spin. It's a very nice chair, but gaming chairs don't spin. So we use a chair that spins because otherwise, what's the point? What's the point? There you go. Anyway, let's move on to a bit of gaming news. Now, this is an interesting one. Some people might be saying, why the hell are you talking about this? But you'll see where my point is. So it has been announced that literally from 2 days ago, the price of PlayStation 5s in Japan is going up. Now, this is quite odd because normally you get to nearly 4 years of a console being out and you start to see price drops. But it's going up to nearly by another 30,000 yen, which is the equivalent of $90 or 75 quid here, which means that a PS5 now, if you were to do it in American dollars, has gone up by nearly over $100 in that respect, which is absolutely insane. The disc drive version is now $552, or the digital only is $504. Not only that, in Japan, all the accessories are going up in price, and the PSVR 2 is now the equivalent of $622. Right, so nearly 100 quid more than it cost originally. Now, interestingly enough, Xboxes, which don't sell as well as Japan, have also had a price rise. But their reasoning for behind this is they're basically saying the global economic impact has made this happen, therefore the price has gone up. So normally we would see that prices would start to go down after a certain, because we are already coming up to the 4th anniversary of PS5, Xbox Series X and S. But the prices are going up. So do we think that this is going to have an effect on Europe, the US, England? And do we think that whereas you could get a PlayStation 5 for 500 quid or 450 quid in the UK, it's going to get silly and go up in price over here as well? What are your thoughts? I'll start with Dave and then I'll ask Simran and I'll bring the chat up as well.
I suppose it depends, doesn't it, on how much it's costing to get the various components to build these PS5s. So I think that was the problem quite a while back, wasn't it? The cost of all the processors, the supply for them was quite low, and they were costing a fortune. So perhaps some of these components are still quite pricey to source. And I mean, it might depend on how the different currencies play against each other. If the dollar sort of goes down against other currencies, then it might costs tend to go up in various places. But hopefully not. Because it would be nice to see the price go down on these consoles.
Yeah.
So usually they start going down. You usually start seeing decent discounts by now, but no, not a chance. Still got to play full whack at the moment, haven't you? Shame.
There you go. Dave says, yes, I think they will do. The minute you have a price hike in one market, they use it as an excuse to cross-market increase. And Big Fuzzy says, isn't the yen still weak at the moment? Yes. Your thoughts, Simran?
Oh, it's going to go up. I can tell you now, that's just like basic capitalism and basic business. Like that is going to happen. So what they'll use is as a test ground. They'll see if the demand for that price. Basically, how a lot of businesses do when they do a price hike is that they'll basically test in one region, see what the general like consensus is. They'll run research, see of how much people are willing to pay, and see if people are willing to pay that. And if it's successful, they'll roll it out to other regions, which is it will inevitably go up. Like it will. Like, and I also think that this is a symptom that we're actually in for a longer console generation than the previous years. I actually think that the PlayStation 5 is going to be around a lot longer than the PS4 was, and same for the Xbox Series X as well. I think that we're not going to see a shorter lifespan of like the PlayStation 5 to what the PlayStation 4 had, because everyone forgets about lockdown as well. Like we lost 2 years, so they'll have made up for that as well. But I think the PlayStation 5's got about another running year of about 3 or 4 years left in it still, if I'm honest with you, just because they'll have to make that time, and the cost isn't going down. My fiance purchased a PS5 last month, and she was going to get the disc version, and she just went absolutely not. Like she was like, I'll just buy the add-on for it to add it on later, because it was cheaper to buy the add-on that you can buy separate to add on to the PlayStation 5 than it was to buy the bulk disc version of the PS5.
That is insane. Now, I got my PS5 about 10 months after it come out, and it was the equivalent of 450 quid. And it's crazy how it's gone up.
Was that the disc or the digital version?
That's the disc.
So my fiance spent about £400 on the digital version.
Right, okay.
And that was with no bundle included. That wasn't even with a game included.
Oh shit, because mine was controller, game, and thingy. So it just shows you how it's shifted already then in that way.
That was just the controller base PlayStation 5, no game included, digital version. Yeah.
Professor Stork, hello. Hope you're well. You did a crazy subathon for many, many hours. I heard it all went well. Hope you're doing well, lovely. Fury, paying that for a PSVR 2 is wild. The Ultimate Dust Collector Plus, if that the standard hardware is sitting as what's Fable Pro, go to retail for now. Well, it's funny you should talk about the PS Slim or PS Pro, because we will be talking about that in a little. Argos is retailing a PlayStation at $479.99. Slope, good evening, sir. Good to see you, buddy. It's like, yo. Good to see you. So yeah, we will have to see. I think it's inevitable that the prices are going to go up, but I agree. I think the PS5 and Xbox Series X will be around for longer. But then it's weird because we're going to talk about things that are contradictory to that, potentially. So we shall see. Let's move on to our next game of the night. This came out last Thursday. This is a remake of a classic game, which I used to have on the NES, believe it or not. This is called Shadow of the Ninja Reborn. This is out on PS4, 5, Xbox Series X and S, Switch and PC. And let's have a look at this now. I will hit the trailer for this one. Let's go.
From the Pixel Masters at Tango Projects, who brought you remakes of beloved classics, comes a new love letter to the games that shaped a generation.
It was 35 years ago since I was part of the original project.
Shadow of the Ninja Reborn, created by the same team that delivered the original game in 1990.
I'm so glad I was able to release Mitsutani's music.
A timeless classic, Reborn.
It's a wonderful piece of pixel art.
Shadow of the Ninja returns with breathtaking new visuals, refined gameplay, and a relentless difficulty that only real ninjas can master. Fight alone, or bring a friend to defeat the darkness and become a legend. Shadow of the Ninja Reborn, out now.
There you go, folks. Shadow of the Ninja Reborn, which came out last Thursday on pretty much everything. I remember playing the original. I've still got my copy on the NES, which is quite cool.
You still got it? Oh, fair play.
Yeah, I've got it now. I think I actually bought it. Here we go. True story. I got it. It was a new game, but when Woolworths used to do crazy sales, and I got it for £10 in Woolworths. So that's how old I am.
Nice.
Woolworths, what a vibe.
Yeah, brings
I
back
know.
memories.
I know.
I miss Woolworths, man. That
do I.
place was heaven.
Just for the pick and mix alone.
Just think of the pick and mix myself.
It was
There you go.
wonderful, man.
Yeah. I can imagine it's everyone's cup of tea, but I know what critics are like. Looks fun, 7.5. Maggie's so old. I am old. £500 for these next-gen consoles and probably a handful of games that use the capability and half-decent gameplay. I'd rather have a cheap console with low-res fun graphics looking at you, Nintendo. There you go. Woolworths RIP. Alexa, what is a Woolworths? You'll find out, Brenny. Don't you worry. I'll give you a 5-hour lecture when you come to format about what Woolworths was. I'm going to steal one of Dave's PS5s so I can play FF7 Rebirth because I can't be bothered to buy one. Loving their media department. Right. Dave, tell us about this revamped game.
Yeah, as you say, it was originally out of the NES about 34 years ago now. So seriously old game. So yeah, this team have got back together. Just done it all up. Improved the graphics, updated the controls as well to make it flow a little bit better. But I still kept the difficulty that was that the original game was known for. And one thing they have done level wise, whilst the original had like 5 main stage to it, they've added a 6th one to this one, just to give you something new. But yeah, it's still kind of players are saying, it still plays like 1 of 2 characters, supports local co-op as well if you want to get 2 people involved. And yeah, basically your character's just trying to save a city that's been overtaken by demons, I believe, in this one. So it looks all right. I mean, if you're for a bit of a nostalgia, a bit of a high difficulty action platformer, looks like it'd be a good bet, this one.
I'd definitely play this because I loved the original. So this is right up my alley. So sign me up for this one. Simran, your thoughts on this?
Well, as Dave highlighted, I never played the original because it's a little bit beyond my age bracket. So I was never there for when the original one came out. But I will say, from a trailer standpoint, I actually wanted to play that because that looked like a solid title on its own. Like, even without being a remake, that looked pretty damn solid. But I think something like that will score quite high anyway, because when you get a high quality remake of an original game, the original followings always love it. So I think that was a solid trailer for that type of game in general. Put it this way, I'd have it on Showcase at format. And that's the highest praise from me if I'm willing to have your game on that Showcase on my show floor. So I think that's a damn solid addition. I'd put that at an 8.
Sweet. Going for an 8. Okay. Docky, good evening. Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you all. Welcome to anyone who's joined the show, by the way. Hello again to Slopes. And hello, Docky. Good to see you, buddy. Dave, I'll come to you and then we'll go through the list. Chat, get your scores in now. What do you think this is going to get? What do you reckon, Dave?
I'm going to go for a 7.5 for this.
7.5 on this one, so slightly lower than what Simran's going for. Okay. Welcome in, slackers. There you go. iQuail says, I'd say higher, but I think it might be an 8. Just Another Gamer Geek is saying a 7.5. Flame says an 8. Gozzo says a 7.5. What else we got? Dave says a 7.5 as well. Danker's 7.5. Deadly Pilgrim 8. Ben 8. Kelp Brenny 7. Big Fuzzy Yak 8.5. Manic 8. I think that's everyone. Hopefully I've not missed anyone. So there you go. There's all them. Paul Newton, hello. Good evening. How are you? He's straight in there with a 7.5. Hello, buddy. Good to see you. Gozzo got yours. That's all good. So if there's no more, this is your last chance. This is Shadow of the Ninja Reborn, which came out last Thursday on PS4, 5, Xbox Series X and S, Switch and PC. And I can tell you that this got, on average, 7.5. So it's funny, we're on a sliding scale. We've gone 8.5, 8, and now 7.5. So I don't know if that's how things have come. Still decent. Still a decent score. So it's all good. So there you go. So Dave, yet again, you got your second one right. Well done.
Sweet.
Well done. There's a number of people in the chat as well that got it right. So shout outs are going out. And don't forget, people, please do go follow these people that have got the shout outs in the chat. If they got it right, they spend the time to come and watch this show. So give a bit of love back. That's what we're asking for, please. Greatly appreciate it. So there you go. Dave, how do you want your second shout out of the night?
Well, you can do a bit of spinning on the chair, mate.
Spinning on the chair. All right, it's your second one. We'll do 2.
Go for 7.5.
I'm not doing 7.5. You can get fogged. It's too early for that. Get 7.5 right. You can have 7.5. Here we go. Dave! Oh shit! I nearly hit something then. That went a bit wrong. My shoe's gone flying off. There you go. That's the first. Shoe's gone flying off over there. There we go.
If I get another one right, you can walk over to get it for the next one.
Yeah, we'll do. Yeah, I'll go and pitch it back. So there you go. That's a first. 182 shows. I've never lost my shoe going on round on the chair. Let's move on to our next game. Oh my God. Let's move on to our next game. This is a game that a lot of people have been waiting for quite a long time. And it landed, I believe, on day one on Game Pass. This also came out last Thursday on PS4, 5, Xbox Series X, S1, and PC. And this is the trailer for Visions of Mana. Let's have a look at this.
By the grace of the goddess of Mana, I name you the Alm of Fire.
An alm's sacred duty is to offer their soul to the Tree of Mana. They ensure life and prosperity for the rest of us.
We can't give up our happiness!
This isn't something we can run from.
Time to beat this monster and clear the air! This will carry me where I need to go. Grant me power! This is your end! As long as I have friends on this journey who need me, I'll continue to serve them as the Soul Guard. I'm in charge of my own destiny.
So there you go, folks. That is the latest one in the Mana series. This is Visions of Mana, which I know that Xbox kind of proudly announced earlier in a showcase this year, saying, hey, this is coming to Game Pass day one. So for anyone who doesn't know what Visions of Mana is, or the Mana series, Dave, please do enlighten us.
Yeah, this is a fairly long-running series, but it's been 20 years since there's been like a proper sequel to the series. There's been a few spin-offs apparently over the years, but this is now a proper sequel to the original few games. This particular one, you're playing as a character called Val. He gets sent on a quest to guide his friend to the Mana Tree, and that's going to take you across like a a nice big open world where you're going to meet various other characters on your way. Some of them are going to join your team, some of them you'll just be doing quests for. But yeah, you got to try and make your way across the tree so your friend can meet their destiny over there. It looks pretty decent graphics wise. Got a nice sort of cell shaded anime style to the characters, nice and bright and colourful as well. And the combat style in this one, whilst the JRPG, is real time combat by the look of it. So I think it looks pretty decent. I don't know whether it's one I'd really rush out to play. Not having played anything else in this series before, but I think if you haven't played other stuff, it doesn't really matter. You can just jump into this one because it's still like its own story, really. So you haven't got to worry.
Yeah. Okay. Simran, you familiar with this series?
Not too familiar with it, but as a JRPG, it looks pretty solid. Like Dave, it's not something I would rush out to play personally. That's just because JRPGs, like, I either love them or hate them. Like, if it's one I'll really love and I'll just play it for like hours on end, or it's something that I'll just give a miss. But I think this looks like a pretty solid game. Visually, it looks really, really stunning, and like the combat looks very traditional JRPG style. So, yeah, I'm tempted to put it at like a 7.5.
Okay. All right. Let's see what the chat is saying. Good evening, Jenny, by the way. She says Visions of Mag gets 10 out of 10, but Visions of Mana gets a 7 out of 10. So there you go. Fury says, cough, it's not on Game Pass. You'll have to... Oh, yeah, if it's not on Game Pass, you'll have to shell out $59.99 for the pleasure. It is on Game Pass, though, isn't it? It landed on Game Pass, didn't it?
I'll have to have a look and check.
Or did I get that wrong? Or was it that they just showcased it on the Xbox Showcase, but it wasn't?
Maybe they just showed it off because it's not often they get JRPGs onto the Xbox. I'd usually go to Sony. Perhaps that was the case.
Let me have a check, because do you know what? I put a list of things that have just landed on Game Pass. Do you know what? It's not on Game Pass. I lied. It was on their showcase. That's why I was getting confused. They were basically the showcase that they first showed Indiana Jones at. They announced that. So there you go. So my apologies, not on Game Pass. So yeah, you got to spend 60 quid. Mags the liar. Yeah, sorry. I just basically had everyone's expectations on Xbox like that and just let you go like that. So there you go. Flame says a 7. We said Jenny said a 7. 7.5 from Dave. Jesse said 8. This will do well. Paul Newton, 8. Just another game of geek, 8. Gozzo, 7.5. Danker says a 7.5. Matt says not my thing, 6.5. 7.5 from Ben, 6.5 from Dave. Matt said 7. Big Fuzzy Yak, 6. Deadly Pilgrim, 8.5. I think that's everyone. If I've missed any, put it in the chat. Manic says a 7. Space Trucker is like it. It's on Game Pass. Yeah, that came out today, didn't it? We can go with that. Dave, what say you?
I'm going to go for the 7.5.
7.5. Okie dokie. All right. Last chance, folks. Get your scores in. This came out last Thursday on PS4, 5, Xbox Series X, S1, and PC. This is Visions of Mana. And if no other scores, I can tell you that this seems to be a recurring theme, because this got... So we're slowly gone. We've got 8.5, 8, 7.5, 7. Interestingly enough, this hasn't rated as well as some of the other Mana games. Good evening, Games Guru. In fact, GameSpot gave it 5 out of 10. They did not like it. It got quite a... it had some quite scathing reviews, and then it did have some really good reviews. So people seem really kind of torn between this one, which is really interesting, but it meant that the average worked out about 7 out of 10. So it's a bit of an odd one. So there you go, folks. Congratulations to everyone who said 7. Well done. Big Fuzzy Yak says 6.5 is not the next game. Well, we'll have to see, won't we? Have I been crafty and put all the games in that order? But, well, I couldn't have done because I'm doing it in date order, so that'd never work. But there you go. Let's move on to some more gaming news. So, Yakuza, friends. Yes. Like a Dragon, as it's known now, because it was known as Yakuza, but now we know it as Like a Dragon. The next Yakuza / Like a Dragon game will be announced, believe it or not, sooner than you think. After the success of Infinite Wealth back in February, the next game will be announced, and they expect it to be coming out next year. On September the 20th, at the RGG Summit, we will be revealed. You can find that out at 11 o'clock in the morning. Now, it's interesting that Yakuza games have been coming thick and fast in the last 5 years. Not only we had a remastered collection, we had Infinite Wealth this February. Last November, we had the offshoot, The Man Who Erased His Name. We also had Like a Dragon Ishin, which was like the remake of the 18th century game that came out February last year. And then there was the offshoots, because there was the games. Oh, what are those offshoots? The detective ones called now. I've forgotten the names of them. They're not Like a Dragon, but they're called something else, aren't they?
Just Judgment.
Lost
Judgment.
They did Judgment, and then they did the other one, which was the sequel.
Lost Judgment, I think.
Lost Judgment. So they've literally done all that in the last 5 years. So anyone who likes the Yakuza and Like a Dragon games, a brand new game is being announced. And it's not a remake, because they literally announced another remake that's coming to Nintendo Switch of the original Yakuza, literally at the Nintendo Direct. So, Yakuza games, I enjoy them. I'm not the biggest fan of them, but I do enjoy them. We do play them. I think I played the last 3 games on stream. So we played Ishin, The Man Who Erased His Name, and Infinite Wealth in the last couple of things. Actually, I also forgot that within the last 5 years, where they rebranded, Yakuza Like a Dragon came out, because it was a launch title for the PlayStation and Xbox. So we've actually had more games than I thought, actually. Love them or hate them, guys. What are your thoughts? Are you looking forward to a new one?
I love the franchise. Like, I've not played every edition of it, but I think it's absolutely an amazing franchise. I've been there since the old era, so I love it. I'm long for the long haul, so yeah, I'm excited for another installment.
Yeah, it should be good. I like them. So I like the fact that it can be really serious but quite comical, and it balances the two. I don't know how they do it, but they do it so beautifully. Plus, there's a live action TV series coming to Amazon soon. Yes, well, as soon as we know more about that, I'm sure we'll talk about that. Dave said, "What do you miss?" We're talking about the brand new Yakuza game / Like a Dragon game that's going to be announced on the 20th of September. So we got another one coming next year. Dave, you play some of these, haven't you? A bit.
No, I've never actually got around to playing any of them. Yeah. I've looked at reviews and stuff about all of it. Most of them that have come out in recent years. They all look pretty interesting. I just simply never got around to it. There's too many other games that I play. Some other worlds. So it's trying to find the time to get to these. Maybe one day, maybe in retirement, I've got the time. Do them all back to back or something like that.
I mean, obviously, we streamed Infinite Wealth back in February, and I've not managed to get back to play it yet because it's just too much. Maybe that's a game I'll play over the whole of Christmas. So there we'll see. We'll see. Dart Siren, thank you so much for the follow. But folks, if you want to find out what the next Yakuza game is, obviously we'll probably talk about it on the show. But you can tune in to the RGG Summit on YouTube at 11 a.m. UK time on September the 20th. So you'll find out at that summit. There you go. Let's talk about some more format stuff. And if you don't know what format is, then you need to go check out this trailer. And then Simran will tell you a little bit more about the main show. And we'll talk about what we are bringing to the format after party. Check this out, people. So there you go. That is what format is all about. Great music, great vibes, great games, and just one of the best gaming nightlife event ever. Full stop. Ever. That will ever exist. If anyone else tries to do them, they could write off because it's never going to happen. So there you go. And if you don't know, exclamation format in the chat, you can get 25% off your tickets for the main event in Liverpool. And not only that, you've got a very special after party as well, haven't you, Simran, on the Friday?
That we do, my friend. I've heard that there's this guy called Mag coming to it though, so I might just take tickets off sale for that reason.
Yeah, for health and safety reasons, I would. Yeah.
My liability insurance doesn't cover Mag appearances, unfortunately. So I might have to. Sorry, everyone. This is the official cancellation of format after hours. Sorry about that.
Sorry. Yeah. Oh no, not that guy. That's why we have to do Timeless, because no other event will have me there. That's why.
No, so in all seriousness, we're really excited for this one. Outside of the main event, this is the biggest after party we've ever done. I can already confirm it's selling really well. I'm really, really happy. The numbers are looking really good for not just for the main event, the after party. So all 3 days of format has done really well. So our industry party is going to be amazing. We have the Mayor of Liverpool coming to our industry party to open up the first night of format. He's going to be there, Steve Rotherham himself personally. So everyone gets to meet his support for the city of Liverpool. But then the after party, we're collaborating with this really lovely event called Timeless Gaming Convention to host what is called format after hours, a taste of Timeless. Whereas before, the after party was just a get together for all of the games industry, content creators and gamers to come together for a night playing games. This one's got even more content. So you are getting keynote panels from content creators, industry panels. You're getting gaming competitions where you can win prizes. You're getting live music at the venue on top of all this. And ultimately, you just get good vibes. You do have to cope with a guy called Mag, though. So that's why the ticket price is a bit lower than the main event. But,
I've actually made the ticket price drop because it's a £5 to get into the after party.
Yeah, only a £5, but you get all that. And this is what you get for 3 days. If you're industry, you get 3 days. If you're a content creator or gamer, you get 2 whole days of an amazing event. You get esports, you get live music performance. I've got every type of music you can imagine. I've got Afro beats, I've got rap, I've got live video game music, I've got techno, I've got cyberpunk, I've got house, I've got reggae, I've got every music going. We've got 25 game studios ranging all the way from AAA all the way down to indie. We've got content creator lounges. That's just the main event. Then you've got keynote panels, gaming competitions. There's so much to do at this event, like so much fun you're going to have.
It's going to be insane.
It has taken me so much work. I cannot tell you all how many hours have gone into this collectively, because there is not enough timesheets in the world that could have filled the amount of hours that I've put into this. But I've crafted the ultimate fun gaming event for everyone, and you're going to absolutely love it. I'm going to achieve what my original goal was 8 years ago, to build the warehouse project of video games. You are getting 2 whole warehouses, to the point today I put a tweet out where some content creators called the Good Luck Have Fun people made a wager with me at Timeless Gaming.
Oh, yeah, I know.
They came up to me and said they can experience everything. Now, fun fact for you, it is physically impossible for you to do everything at this event in September. You cannot watch every live music performance. You cannot play every game. You cannot participate in the Creator Lounge. There is so much content at this event. It is physically impossible for you to experience it all in one night. And that is what I have crafted for you all, an endless galore of gaming culture and fun. Fashion pop-up shops, you name it, I've brought everything. We even have, now I can't confirm what the pinata is, but there is a chance that there is a giant pinata of Boris Johnson that you will be able to hit and win prizes out of, potentially. But it might not be a Boris Johnson, it might be something else, but there's going to be a pinata that you can get it. But I hope they keep the original design, because I think that would be hilarious.
That'd be brilliant.
But there is everything at this event for anyone, whether you're a music lover, a gamer, a Twitch streamer. You are going to love this. I am giving the city of Liverpool the event it deserves, but most importantly, I'm giving the games industry the event it deserves. A true nightlife movement for the people that were forgotten by nightlife culture.
Yeah, it's going to be so cool. It's so good. We've already announced the first panel for the Taste of Timeless event, the after party. We've announced the content creators. We're going to be announcing very soon the dev panel. We can tell you that it is a dev panel.
Yeah.
We won't say who we got on yet.
I will say that I'm quite happy with the panel, how it's come together. We're just waiting for one more. And I'm holding out for someone, because if we get that someone,
that'll be the icing on the cake.
That'll be the icing on the cake. But all I'll say is I think people are going to really like the industry panel. There's a big studio on that panel.
Yeah, there is.
Studio, a huge one. And I think you'll all love it. I think people will want to listen just for that individual alone.
That'll be cool. We're also going to run, as we said, we've got some little prizes to give away. We're going to run some little competitions. We're going to do some competitions that we did at Timeless and some other ones that we've done on other years of Timeless. We have confirmed there will be another mini Tekken 8 tournament. We no doubt we'll do the Mario Kart tournament, because that always goes down well. And then there's 2 other ones that we'll announce. But you're going to have, if you're there for the 3 nights, you're going to love it. If you're there for the 2 nights, if you can only make it for 1 night, get to the main event, get your tickets, exclamation format in chat. Do it. BuzzFuzz Central, thank you for the follow 3 minutes ago. Appreciate that. So, get your tickets now. You can get 25% off. Tickets are normally 13 quid. You can get it for like £9.75. You can also do a special donation to charity, because there's charities that Simran supports as well. So you can do a special ticket for that. And then tickets for the after party are literally just a £5. Just a £5. And they're chucking in free music. We don't even know who it is yet, do we? We got a live band on.
We're going to get a band. It's either going to be a live acoustic or we're getting a full-blown band.
Yeah, it's going to be something.
Yeah, we're getting live music for free, so you're going to have a great time.
Yeah, it's going to be great. We're going to be absolutely mullered for 3 days. So.
I mean, literally for 3 days. Like, if you're coming for the full 3 days, like, you're just going to be absolutely battered and hungover. Like, it's such a good 3 days. I'm hyped for it. I'm stressed. Don't get me wrong. I've got the weight of the world on my shoulders. Like,
I've got to say, I see this guy at the end of every event he does, and he just comes up to me and gives me an hug, because me and him understand what it's like to put on an event, right? And I'm normally one of the last. It's funny how I normally one of the last ones, because I'll make sure I'm there like at the start, and I always stay right till the end. I always feel like I don't want to be there till the last minute. And you just see him, and he's like, Oh, thank God that went so well. I can see that being the same thing for you.
I've got a funny story for Format October on that note. So you're not the only person to see me at the end of an event now. Some of the community have. So at the end of the night, we were deceased. And I say deceased in all capital letters. We went to the Mackies down the street from the Manchester venue. There was a bunch of the attendees that were all drunk off the skunk in there. They saw me in there. Like sat at the table with the Format team. I look like a gremlin. I was deceased. Like everyone knows I'm an extrovert. I'm proper social. I'll chat with anyone. I wasn't in the mood. Like I'm deceased at this point. I'm literally stood there with a 20 McNugget chicken box, just dipping chicken nuggets in barbecue sauce, eating them like a gremlin because I'm so hungry. The thing is, fun facts about Event Manager: it doesn't matter how much you eat before the event because you're running around so much. You work up an appetite really quick, and it literally feels like you've not ate all day.
Yeah.
So I was scranning a 20 McChugget box. I think it was Mystic Anks. She came up and said, "Hi, Simran. I just wanted to say we're on a good event." I was like, "Thank you." I was just like, "Thank you, thank you for coming. Pleasure. Yeah. Go away now. Let me
go away. I want me nuggets."
Yeah, literally. But that's what events do for you. And like I said, I've got the weight of the world on my shoulders for September, but I am super excited. I have planned this for 2 years.
Mate,
like
this is going to be exceptional.
It's going to be my Michelangelo to my David.
Yeah.
Like this is what it's going to be, and it'll just keep getting bigger and bigger.
There you go. For information, there's a Mackey's and a KFC around the corner from Camp and Furnace Simran, so you feel right home. There you go. So you know where to go straight after.
Where's the Mackey's? Where the KFC is? Where's the Mackey's been hiding from me?
There you go. We need the information because we'll be going there.
There's a Mackey's near the yes, mate. Well, also there is a really cool markets for anyone, and there is a really cool arcade called Cane's up the road from the venue as well. So if anyone wants to do like a bit of free drinks before the event, or if you're looking to play some games before the event opens, there is Cane's Arcade up the road, literally like up the road from the venue. So make sure to check that place out before you come.
Do you know what? I'm due to have a meeting with some of the people for the Twitch meetup, so there's a good chance that might be where we go and meet and have our meeting. So that sounds like a plan.
Yeah, it's like a mini version of Arcade Club. It's great.
Ooh, I'm definitely going to check that out. Definitely going to check out, folks. Exclamation format in the chat. Get your tickets now, folks, because there's less than 100 tickets for the main event. So definitely get them now, because if you wait another week, they're going to be gone. They're going to be gone by next week. Let's face it.
I think they'll be gone by Friday. Today, like you've all come out in storm today. Like every few minutes, I was just getting ping, 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 ping. I was like, oh wow, okay, more are going. Yeah, there's less than 35 tickets left now.
Shit, because I saw it over the weekend. Said less than 100 tickets. So fucking hell, right? So it's less than 35 tickets. Get your tickets quick, because they're going to be gone. Get booked in now. 2 warehouses, people. So Dan. There's also a crazy golf place. Used to be called Ghetto Golf. That's amazing. Oh, I've heard of that. Yeah. Anyway, we'll move on. We've got some more games to talk about. So going from alcoholic Carnage to a different type of Carnage, we've got another game with a cat. This came out last Thursday on PC, PS4, 5, Switch, Xbox Series X, S, and 1. Some of you may have seen this on my stream last Thursday. This, ladies and gentlemen, is Gori, Cuddly, Carnage. Let's have a look at the trailer for this. There you go, folks. Sorry that video is a little bit digitized. It was just for some reason smack bang in the middle of it. That's what I got sent. So yeah, is what it is. But you get the feel for it. But yeah, Gori, Cuddly, Carnage, which I've been waiting for like nearly a year to play, and couldn't wait. I know Big Fuzzy Yak has as well, and Big Fuzzy Yak got to go to the actual launch event of this as well, which was amazing. Dave, tell everyone what this crazy game is all about.
Yeah, this is a bit of a pretty gore-heavy action fest by the look of it, isn't it? It's you're playing as like I think a cat who's the last sort of synthetic pet that was designed at a toy factory that managed to escape before it was destroyed. Yeah. You're sort of loose in a world where humanity was destroyed, and all that's sort of left around is this adorable army, as it's called, made up of all these unicorns that you can see getting absolutely eviscerated in the trailer, and you're sort of tasked to fight your way through them to try and find the original creator of the of this unicorn army to try and just put a complete stop to them and save everything. It looks pretty decent though. If you're looking for like a fast-paced action game, I think this would be a good one. It's got some definite sort of Doom vibes to it, the way you sort of get into these arenas and battling everything in there, and also sort of finisher moves that you could see definitely remind me of the glory kills that you used to get in the recent Doom games. So it looks pretty good. It looks like a good action game. It's got some good music to it. Probably something that would fit in quite well at format after a few drinks, get battling in that.
There you go. Everyone's commenting about the piano again. It's all right. You'll have to go watch it back on rewind. We'll talk about the piano. But yeah, I absolutely adored this game. I thought it was brilliant, and it's such good fun. I actually completed this, as I said at the start of the show. And once you complete the game, there's a load of challenge levels you can do. Now, most people go, "Oh, I'm not going to bother doing the challenge levels," but actually, the challenge levels are quite good fun. And also, if you do it, you actually get the final ending of the game. So if you want to see how the game actually ends, you have to do the challenge levels because there's a secret ending. I won't say what happens in that because it will be a spoiler, but it's definitely worth doing the challenge levels for that.
Oh, that's good.
So there you go. Simran, your thoughts on this one?
I think that's the best trailer you've played all night. I absolutely, I'm a dog person, but I thought that was absolutely epic. Like I've got nothing more to say. That was just Doom with sort of psychedelic artwork thrown into it with cats. So do you know what? I'm giving that a solid 8.5.
8.5. Awesome. Fat Pants, thank you for the follow. Great. Good to see you. Welcome on in. Let's see what people are scoring it in the chat. Manic says an 8. Paul Newton says an 8. 8 out of 10 cats. See what you did there. 8. And thanks for the game. And hello, you are welcome. Games Guru, 8. Deadly Pilgrim, 8.5. Gozzo, 7.5. Danke says, my heart wants 8, but my reviews hat says it's maybe a 7.5. Big Jesse, 10. Big Fuzzy Yak, 10. This at the moment is sitting well in my top 5 games of this year. I'm gonna put that out there now. It's weird. We've had a couple of games recently that have just hit all indie games just hit the mark for me to be in the top 5 games of the year. Will they still be there by the time we do the Christmas special? You'll have to see. Flame, 8. Fat Pat says, oi, oi. Pains me, but a 6.5. That's okay. Everyone's entitled to opinion. 7.5 for Jenny. A big fat 9 from Matt. So there you go. There you go. Any more scores? Get them in now. Dave, did I ask you? What do you reckon?
You didn't, but I'm going to go for a 7.5 for this one.
Going for a 7.5. Okay. This is your last chance, chat. Get your scores in. If you get the scores right, you get a shout out for your channel. This is Gori, Cuddly, Carnage, which came out last Thursday on PC, PS4, 5, Switch, Xbox Series X, S, and 1. And I can tell you that until today, this was averaging an 8 out of 10. But the score slipped a bit and it dropped down to a 7.5. So I think it deserves more than this. But apparently it's dropped down a little bit. It's 7.5. But anyone who saw the stream last Thursday, go check it out because it is way better than a 7.5. Big Fuzzy Yak says, fake news. I say it's averages, so it works out. So I was a little bit gutted, but this would have been an 8. I probably shouldn't have checked the scores again today. I might have then given away fake news saying it's an 8, but there you go. Average 7.5. So Dave, can I retrieve my shoe?
You can indeed, mate.
All right, congratulations to everyone who got it right. Paul Newton, thank you very much. Good night. You take care. He's got to go to sleep. Thank you, buddy. You have a good night. Thank you for being here. Everyone else, getting the shout outs. Congratulations, you got it right. I'm going to go get my shoe.
He actually, oh wow, he doesn't actually have the shoe on. I actually didn't.
He's going to get it.
He's got to fetch it.
I thought that was a ruse, and he actually had his shoe under the table. He
No.
actually fair play.
I got it. In fact, I'll take it off again. All right, there you go. Dave!
What shoe is it?
Very nice.
It's a slipper. It's a slip-on.
Oh,
can't have your feet getting cold, can we?
No,
there's no Jordans under this stream.
No, it's full initiated, full granddad mode activated.
And here's me sat in a full pair of Jordans and everything, even though no one will ever see.
With your grand piano.
I'm that urban upper class that I have a piano and Jordans. I play the piano with my Jordans. That's how urban upper class I am. Apparently, I'm a posh, sarcastic northerner with a piano who plays with Jordans. So do you know what? We're gonna go with that.
That's fucking. Do you know what? If anything's come for the show, it's that caption, so we can clip that.
I think you need to make a bloopers of everyone just commenting on that piano, and I'm actually convinced Games Guru thought this was a real house.
I know. I think that's great. There you go, Games Guru. It's not actually his house. It's his holiday home. So moving on.
I wish I had a holiday home. I wouldn't have time to live. I wouldn't have time to live in it, Mags.
No, you have to rent it out and make more money. But there you go. Moving from a skateboarding cat that likes to chop people's heads off to another animal that basically wants to kill people. This also came out on the same day, and it was nice to see both dev teams actually working together on joint promotion for this, which I thought was really cool. This came out last Thursday. It's on PC, Xbox Series X and S. Is out on PC on Thursday. Sorry, came out last Thursday, and is out on Xbox Series X and S and PlayStation either the back end of October or November. They haven't confirmed the date, but they did say by the end of the autumn. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Squirrel with a Gun.
In a world of peace and tranquility,
This is SWAG Morning
homeowners will now hunt
are causing significant power outages.
A hidden truth lies beneath the surface. An ordinary rodent's fate is within his grasp. Now this squirrel is here to eat nuts and shoot some guns. And guess what? He's all out of nuts. Expect sandboxing, puzzle solving, and gun-slinging action in the platform epic you never knew could exist. Hold on to your nuts. The food chain's got a new hierarchy. Get ready for Squirrel with a Gun. Coming soon to Steam and Epic, and coming to PS5 and Xbox Series X and S this fall.
So some of the people have asked, why am I not streaming this month? Because I can't fit it into the schedule this month. However, because it is coming to PlayStation, Xbox, either late October or late November, we will stream it in November, because we kind of planned it that way. So we will be doing a stream of this, but we'll do it until we get the console release. So there you go. Buying this right now, 8.5. Big Jesse, take my money. Sold. Hold on to your nids. This looks fucking hilarious. Jenny says 100. 9.9. 9 billion, squillion, trillion, 100,099 from people. Dave, this pretty much is, without sounding rude, this is Goat Simulator, but with more guns in it and a squirrel.
Oh yeah. I was going to say it looks like it appeals to anyone who likes the Goat Simulator games. It's just that sort of crazy, silly gameplay to it. You're a squirrel with a gun, for Christ's sake. It ain't taking itself too seriously. And this particular squirrel is on the run from some agents, federal agents. I'm not quite sure why they're after him. Maybe he's trying to steal like a particular nut that they really wanted to keep, but they're after him anyway. And I think after you escape like the initial like hidden base, you come out, it's like a fairly big sandbox world that you get to explore, and it's generally like sort of old style 3D platformer sort of collectathons that you've got out there. So you got to try and avoid the agents, but do platform to try and get to like these golden acorns that are hidden around the level. I think you can see with the trailer, like, if you get a certain amount, you'll unlock things like you'll unlock the little car that you can then use to drive around. So it looks like quite a fun little game. I think it's meant to be about sort of 8-hour-ish runtime, which ain't too bad. Because it's the sort of game that if they tried to make it stupidly long, it would outstay its welcome. It keeps to a reasonable gameplay length. You'll probably then just have fun with it, and it looks like it would just be a fun game.
Yeah, Simran, your thoughts?
I know the dev team very well on this personally, and I've had the pleasure to watch this game from its initial development all the way to the final product. So one, I'm very proud of them because you know what, they understood the assignment. They knew what they were making with this. I was there when that squirrel was a block, and it was just firing like little tiny little foam projectiles. And you know what? To see where it's come from is absolutely incredible. I'm not going to score it because I know how it's scored, so I've got an unfair. Okay. I've got an unfair advantage with this game, but
that's fair.
If you haven't played this game, please buy it. It is phenomenal. The dev team want to do more with it as well.
Yeah,
like they've got more plans, so please support it. If you like these types of games, go buy it. It is so much fun.
This is so up my street. I mean, it's a shame we can't fit it in for this month, but because of the console release, we've said we're going to dedicate a stream to it in November, so we will be doing that, and by then the full release will be out, and who knows what else is going to be with it. So we definitely play it. But I love the Goat Simulator games, and this just ticks all the boxes for me. So we won't give Simran a score, but what we'll do is we'll get Simran a shout out for format now anyway. So because he would have got the score right anyway, because he would have known. Not that he probably agrees with the score, because I don't agree with the score. Just saying, that might give it away. Let's have a look. Danka says it's probably going to be a 6. Gozzo says a 6. iQuail says a 6. Just Another Game of Geek, 8. Flame says a 7. 8.5 from John Unicycle. Deadly Pilgrim, 9. Manic, 8. Anybody else give us some scores, please? If you haven't, this is Squirrel with a Gun, which came out last Thursday on PC. Big Fuzzy Yak says not 6.5 then. Maybe 6.5. It could be. And we'll be coming to Xbox and PlayStation later in the autumn. Dave, what say you?
I'm going to go for a 6.5.
6.5. That's what Dave's going for. Big Fuzzy Hat says 999. But I'll have to round you down to a 10 because I can only go up to a 10. I can't do 99,999. So it'll have to be rounded to a 10. And on this note, folks, again, I've not played this, so I can't comment on this, but I think I will get a lot of fun out of this. But apparently, this is averaging right now this, which is still good. It means it's good fun. It's just, like, it's good. People like 6 out of 10 is equivalent of 3 out of 5 stars. That doesn't mean it's bad. Who are those knobs? I know. But we'll judge for ourselves when we play it later in the autumn. Because I said you may agree with the scores, you may not. Danka says it's due to a lot of crashes on the PC, apparently. So there's been a lot of crashes. I know that they've been working on patches already, though, haven't they? They've been working hard to sort that out. So,
very good dev team. Nice guys. Really
so
nice.
I reckon you give it a week, you'll probably find that it's probably patched up and sorted and will play absolutely fine. So don't believe everything you read. But there you go. So anyone who said 6, congratulations, you got it right. Renzus, I hope I've said that right. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome on in. They turn that 6 upside down and it gets a 9. We could possibly do that. We'll give our own rating when we play it later in the autumn. So there you go. Moving on to some more gaming news. Now, funny enough, we're talking PS5 at the start of the show, talking about the fact that the price hikes are coming. But there's something else that might happen. And this is where we might see whether the price hike does go up or does come down, because there's us all saying about Kai Phil, Pete Early, thank you so much. Key Phil? I don't know. Philip Turley. I got that name completely wrong. Thank you for the follow. I'll get that right at some point. My apologies. I'm crap with names most of the time. Well done, iQuail. Well done. So it is rumoured. So this is speculation, but apparently some documents have been leaked and come out. So take this with a pinch of salt, people. Right? That the PS5 Pro will technically be announced before the end of this month. Now, allegedly, it will only be a digital version because they've also, as Simran said, you can get the upgrade to get the disk drive attached to it. But apparently, PlayStation are likely to announce by the end of this month. But then that kind of counters what they were saying with what they've done, because if it does, then you kind of think, well, it's Kieran. Thank you. Hello, Kieran. Got your name totally wrong. Totally wrong. But my apologies. At least I made you laugh. So that's something. If they bring this out, I would have thought that this would be at a higher price than the old tech, which they've just put the prices up for. So it's kind of like, do we think this will actually get announced or not? Or do we think this is just, hey, we've seen some stuff leak and it might happen, it might not?
Well, do you want me to tell you a business tactic there that they've just done for you? They're increasing the base price of the base PS5. So if they release the PS Pro, they'll release that at an even higher price than the already raised PS5. So then the new inflated price of the PS5 becomes the standard norm and the cheaper version. So people opt to buy the PlayStation 5 because it's cheaper than the PlayStation Pro.
That's a bloody good point. And I can see that I mean, I hate that they're going to do that. But if they do that, I totally get why they're doing that. There you go. I think this might be in the PlayStation State of Play show or something. They've allegedly said that there might be a State of Play. They seem to do a State of Play every September, every year.
Yeah, it's the rumour, isn't it? So we'll see.
There's a rumour that there's going to be one before the end of this month.
I bet you they do it on the day of format. I killed the Queen, and now they'll release the PlayStation Pro.
Yeah.
They'll release the PlayStation Pro on the day of format. You watch. Something always happens on that day. I'm cursed.
Yeah, Amy, the day that we went, the first time I ever went to format, Amy and me went, producer Amy that is, and we walked out, and then there was all the signs saying that the Queen had died, and we were like, oh, fuck.
And then at the October one, I can't remember who it was that I killed. I killed the Queen of Pop. Who was it now that I killed? She died on the day of the event.
Oh God!
What was she called? They called her the Queen of Pop.
I thought that was Madonna, but I don't know.
It's not Madonna. No. What was she called? I'll look it up, man. But
okay, look it up.
So it always happens on the day of a format.
Yeah.
Someone either dies or something happens at a major event. So I bet the PlayStation Pro gets announced on the day.
Oh, was it Whitney Houston?
Whitney Houston's alive, isn't she?
No, she died years ago, I thought.
Well, no, that can't be years ago. That was only last year then. Sorry, wait. Yeah, of course Whitney Houston passed away. My bad.
Yeah.
No, I can't remember who it was.
I don't know who it was.
It was someone like last May time.
Oh, God. PS5 Pro seems like a complete waste of time. So many games are still on PS4. Get more PS5 exclusive games. I think that's what we were all saying. Dave, what are your thoughts on this?
I mean, it's inevitable they're going to do one because the PS4 Pro did, I think, reasonably well for them. Well, pretty well for them last time. So yeah, they're always going to like do a mid-gen refresh. But it's going to be interesting to see, one, what is the price going to be? Is it going to be stupidly high and priced out of most people's wallets really? And the other thing is, what is its sort of USP going to be? Because with the previous Pro models, really that was giving you a much more powerful console that could do 4K visuals.
Yeah, and we
nice 4K TV. But we've all still got our 4K TVs. No one's gone up to like 8K or anything like that. There's no demand for it.
Sorry, I've just seen Dan's comment. Sorry.
Yeah, Tina Turner passed away. There you go. Yeah. But you're right.
Apart from a slightly upclocked CPU and slightly more graphics, I don't really know what it's gonna do to sell it to us. I think really we need to see the reveal. I need to see some like comparison side by side of what the difference is between the games. Is it going to be something? Like if you compare like a PC game on high to ultra settings, graphic wise, is it going to just look like that, or have they got something more up the sleeve? So I really need to see what it's going to be. Otherwise, you could argue that it's not really needed because we haven't really seen the PS5 itself get pushed to its limits yet.
I fully agree with you, Dave. I think at this current moment in time, a PlayStation 5 Pro might be a bit unnecessary. Like I can't see what else you could add. Already, I say I don't even use my PS5 to its full capabilities yet, and I don't even think PlayStation. Sorry, I just saw that. No, I just don't think that they've utilized the most of it yet. So, what's the point of PlayStation 5 Pro?
I think it's true. I think they should extend the life of these consoles. There's no point in, as you said, we've lost 2 years due to COVID. There's no point. It's coming up to the 4-year anniversary. Technically, there's really only been 2 years, and even then. Last year, I think, was a particularly good year for games. This year, not so much. Great for the indie scene, but for the AAA scene, been pretty poor so far. I'm just going to put that out there. It'll be updated Wi-Fi to Wi-Fi 6E, and it'll be 8K, as that'll be the next jump in tech. Well, we'll have to see, won't we? This will be bigger and better than any PS5 models, and everyone say that physically will be better than digital. It'll be controlled, burn like PSVR 2, the PS Portal. It's out, but it's extremely controlled stock, so they will build a fake hype around it, same as Nintendo have done in the past. Hello, Lisa. Good evening. How are you? Good to see you. Darth, hello. Good to see you. Hey, look. I'm repping your merch. Hello, Rob. Good to see you.
Hello,
your
Rob.
Merch, mate. Gotta love it. I love this T-shirt, but he knows that because he very kindly sent me this. Nice. So I love it. Good to see you, buddy. 5G was all taken down, which is why it doesn't work. Also, might be 24 or 25. I'm ready for it. Well, they might announce it. Doesn't necessarily mean it's going to come out this year, though, innit? So we'll have to see. Yeah, hello. Had a long day of travelling. Not long got home. Glad you're home safe. Hello, guys. Love that, mate. You're very welcome, Rob. Good to see you, buddy. Looking forward to see. I'm guessing Rob will be at format. I guess we'll see him. So I'll catch up and have a beer with him. Yeah.
Rob's always there. I love Rob.
He's great, and he's such a good guy. I love him to bits. Well, we've got Switch 2 price guesses. Oh my god. I will if Sim gets me. So I will if Sim lets me. There you go. We'll have a beer. Lisa says, "Hi Sim, nice to meet you." Have you not met before, Lisa?
I'm always running around like a blue-ass fly, Paul. Of course, I don't get to meet anyone.
Oh no, I'll introduce you to Lisa. Lisa,
this is what the after party's for. Everyone finally gets to speak to the man himself at the after party and have a drink with me. A rare occurrence.
Got to do it. You got to do it. Lisa's one of my partners in crime when we do the Twitch meets. There's Lisa and Kelp Brenny. So I'll introduce you to them because they're the driving force behind the Twitch meetups. I just talk shit and make it happen, and they do all the hard work. Yeah, Mags was going to introduce us. There you go. I'm doing it. I'm introducing everyone to everyone. Run into the bar. Do it, Kieran. Run into the bar. Right. Last couple of games, folks. Last couple of games. We'll get rid of this. For those who just joined the stream, exclamation format, get 25% off tickets. Pluggy plug. Less than 35 tickets left. Do it. Darth, do not apologise. It's great to see you. You never have to apologise if you haven't been for a while. If you wait a year for a few market factors to get in, the standard PS5 will be fully 8K. That'll just be the price. Good joke. I like that. Thank you. I've been to all the formats. Very much enjoyed it. You've been to all the formats, but you've not met Simran. Right. We've got to change that. Lisa. We've got to change that.
That's not the first time that's happened, Lisa. Don't worry. There's people who have been coming for years that have never met me, so don't worry about it. I told you I run around too much, so I don't blame you. That's what the after party's for. Come and seek me out there. I'll
do all the hard work on the Friday. He can chill out because he deserves it after setting this up for 2 years. We'll make it happen. Right, let's move on to our next game. So talking of Switches, as people have been saying, this came out last Thursday. There was some sort of anonymous trailers about this game because, what is it going to be? And are we going to get this horror game, big horror game on Nintendo Switch? And kind of a horror. It's more of like a murder mystery. This came out last Thursday on Switch, and this is Emio, if I can get it right, The Smiling Man. Let's have a look at the trailer for this.
Early morning, small town Japan. Residents are stunned when a tragic event occurs, recalling an urban legend. A young student's body was found. The only clue, a paper bag covering their head, scrawled with an eerie grin. Only a keen eye for observation can untangle this story. Emio, The Smiling Man, Famicom Detective Club. Available August 29th, only on Nintendo Switch.
Big Fuzzy Yak, no, never recovered. It'll probably take me a year to get over it, and then format will break me again. This year was my very first format. It's going to his very first format, says Games Guru. Bring chicken nuggets and barbecue sauce, and he might stop and talk to you. Well, that's we'll sort that out. 3 years running, and so excited to be back. Amazing. Let's have a look at the scores for this. Obviously, a short, sharp trailer, but it's getting scores in already. 7 out of 10, 6 and 8. Oh, I've heard of this game, says John Unicycle. A 7. Nope, that's a 6. Darth says a 7. Dark Siren says a 5. Not really a visual novel person, but might go 7.5. Games Guru 6, Gozo 7.5. Dave, tell us what this one's all about.
Yes, this is a new entry in the Famicom Detective Club series that was originally out on the NES. Donkeys years ago. This is the first new entry in like 30 years. It's quite surprising to see the sort of bringing this back after all this time. It's probably not many people really remember it. But yeah, they decided to do a new one. And it is a visual novel game with some sort of point and click sort of adventure game elements to it as well. So you're playing as a private investigator that's got brought onto a case with a murder that's happened at a high school. Some students got killed, and the way that they've got killed sort of links to some cold cases from years ago. And you've got to try and interview people, look for clues, put it all together, track down who the murderer is. So it looks interesting enough. And there is a demo up on the Switch store where you can play it. And if you do decide you want to buy it, the demo gameplay just carry over. So your save game will move over to the main game, which is quite cool.
Not bad.
So if you're interested, you can at least try it out.
Okay, that's good. I don't mind detective games; they're not always my thing. But
they can be cool.
If somehow I managed to get a copy of this, I would probably try it. It's one of those. So yeah, I'd give it a go. Simran, your thoughts on this one? Also, King Crazy. Hello, mate. How are you doing, buddy?
Yeah, like you, Mag. Detective games are just not my thing. My fiance lives for them. She loves detective games. Like she's the proper like crime drama person who just sits there and loves detective stuff. So whereas me, I don't have the patience for it. I think that says something about my attention span. Like if it's not got a few guns, like I'm getting a bit like again. But I love intense story games as well. So you think I would love a detective game, but it just it's not really my thing personally. And as a trailer, I feel like visual novel trailers are really hard. Like they are really hard to get done right. But I would probably put it at a 6.
Yeah. Okay. Going for a 6. So Squirrel. Where? There you go. Big Jesse says, my guess is Dave Johnson killed Mag in the candy cab room with some timeless merch. Wouldn't be surprised. Are you from Yorkshire? Oh God, we're going down this route. Everyone's been trying to guess where he's from. Look, I'm going to put a stop to this right now. Firstly, that's not his house and it's not his piano. Secondly, if you want to find out where he's from, go back and watch the VOD, because this has been going on for like the last 2 hours. Trust you, Lisa, to bring it back up. Thank you so much.
I'm texting my fiance for that right now.
It's fine. Yeah. His piano's from Yorkshire. Right, I'm glad we cleared that up. There you go. The piano is from Yorkshire. You heard it here first. So, let's have a look at the scores for this game. Dave, what say you on this one? What do you reckon?
I'm going to try an 8 for this one.
Go for an 8. Okay, so Simran's scoring low, you're scoring high. Let's have a look. Manic says a 7. Big Fuzzy Yak a 6. Deadly Pilgrim 8. If anyone's just joined the stream, get a score in chat. If you guess it correctly, you'll get a shout out for your channel. Jenny, nope to this game 6. Darth 7. Dark Siren a 5. Not really my kind of thing. 7.5. Games Guru 6. Gozo 7.5. Fury 7.5. Flame 7.5. iQuail 6.5. Manic 7.5. Rob, you mentioned about Quidditch Champions. We'll be talking about that on next week's show because that came out today. We just didn't have the reviews yet. Manic 7.5. Scrolling down. Oh, Dark Siren's changed their score to a 9. And Kieran says a 7. Lisa says 6.5. King Crazy said 8.5. 6.5. Fucking hell, Dark Siren. You keep changing your mind every 5 minutes. So we'll go with your last score, 5.5. Solid 7 from Matt. I hope the mods can keep up with this. Have I had a haircut? I've had an haircut and a shave because, I'm flying off to South America and I'm not expecting to come back. So that way, if they find my body, they won't recognise me. So let's go. I don't know why I keep making jokes about that. I probably never will come back. So I can tell you that this car... What did we get? Notice straight away. Thank you for noticing. Not many people did notice, funnily enough. This got, on average, 7.5 out of 10.
Fair play.
There you go. Dan's like, glad I'm not a mod. Oh, shit. Yes, you are. Simran will sell your body at the next raffle. Yeah, if we can get any bits of me, my arms, my legs, anything back, we'll sell them to, whoever I'll have them. Whoever the lowest bidder is. Yeah, there you go. 7.5. Big Fuzzy Hat said I had a haircut. Those are the two people. Dogbot says not my kind of game, to be honest. So congratulations to everyone who said 7.5. How did that beat Squirrel with a gun? I don't know. I don't know how it beat the Squirrel with the guns. I think that's weird. I always wondered what Mag would look like with bullet holes in him. This is like a dream country. I mean, what we can do at format is if I come back and I've got bullet holes in me, give me a pint and see where all the water spurts out from. You know, like those Carry On films back in the day. Some of you are going to be too young to know what Carry On films are, but there you go. Moving on to our last game of the night. Congratulations to everyone who got shout-outs, by the way. Our last game of the night. A game that's had a lot of hype surrounding it. And obviously, I streamed this last night. Ooh, matron. Yes, Lisa. The collab of all collabs. Dave, Simran, and Mag on my screen. Hello, JL, you legend. How are you, mate?
Hello,
Ooh,
JL.
matron. There you go. I'm not. I'm that old. I invented time.
Rob, you are not that old, pal.
You're not that old, Rob. Not at all. Not at all.
I'm 50, trapped in a debatable age that I won't reveal. So yeah, like don't worry, you're not old, Rob.
There you go. Yeah, you're sending love. Big Jesse says I might not be at format when I get arrested for inciting violence in South America. So worth it. Cheers, Jesse. A game that's had a lot of hype surrounding it. I've had the privilege of being able to actually play this for about 2 weeks now. This game wasn't allowed to really talk about it until last week, and then obviously streamed it last night. This is out on PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC, and came out on Friday. And ladies and gentlemen, this is our last game of the night because this is Star Wars Outlaws.
Kay Vess, the underworld's favorite new scoundrel. This is your one shot. A safe filled with 157 million credits. And I can get you inside.
Get in. How about getting out? This job, it's a death wish.
Your lives are over. Your family, friends, gone. There's nowhere in the galaxy you can hide.
You want to live? Get in with the underworld's most dangerous syndicates. And pull off the greatest heist the Outer Rim has ever seen.
I'm in.
Star Wars Outlaws, folks. One of my games that I've been looking forward to for at least over another game that I've been looking forward to for well over a year. And Dave will tell us all about it because it's not your typical Star Wars game from the point of view of the character, is it?
No, it's not your sort of typical Ubisoft open world either, which is good from my point of view. But yeah, with this game, you're playing as a scoundrel character, like a Han Solo type. This is Kay Vess who you're playing as. She's on the run. She was doing a job that went bad, so she had to escape. Crash lands on the planet, and she's going to sort out getting a ship repaired. Got to deal with various other cartels on the planet, try sort of get in their favours to get parts of them to repair the ship. And so once you've got this ship repaired, you then get invited to take part in a heist, and you then got to go off and recruit people to join you in this heist. So then that sends you off to like different planets in the Star Wars universe.
Yeah.
And so far, I've played probably about 20 hours of it so far. So I've got off the first main planet, so I've got out into the main part of the galaxy now. And I'm enjoying it so far. It's got various systems to it, like you've got stealth sections to it, sort of cover shooter to it. And as a few other reviews have highlighted, then if you take them on their own, they're probably a little bit shallow in what you can do with them. But sort of, with all this stuff that put together, I think it all hangs together quite well, and it's actually pretty fun. And where I was saying at the start, it feels a bit different to the usual Ubisoft open world. My sort of experience with the Ubisoft ones is where you get the map and it's just flooded with icons, and they're just all there, and it shows you everything that you can possibly go and do. With this one, you've got to go and like find stuff in the world. So you might read a data pad that gives you, a point to go to follow the quest along, or you'll talk to some people. They'll give you stuff to go and do. Hack some computer terminals that might point you somewhere else. So you're still picking stuff up as you go instead of your map being flooded with icons. And this game seems quite happy to just let you possibly miss things as well, because there's these experts you can find on the planets who will help you like boost your skills up, but you don't have to go and find them at all. You could completely miss them and miss all these skills that you could get from them. But if you do spend the time to go and find them, then it's a case of just doing stuff in the game, as you normally would, helps build up these skills and unlock new abilities. So for me, it plays a lot better than some of the Ubisoft stuff that I played a few years ago. I kind of got fed up with their open worlds around the time of Assassin's Creed Odyssey, so I've had a break from them for a while. But coming to this one, it just seems like a better use of their formula, even though some of the gameplay bits, have been done better, like stealth's been done better in Splinter Cell, cover shooting's been done better in Division 2, all stuff Ubisoft's done before. But as I say, the way it all is put together in this, I just find it fun. I'm really quite enjoying it. So I'm definitely going to carry on with it and see the story through.
Yeah. My thoughts on it, obviously I've been playing it for a fair amount of time now. And again, I'm not saying this to sway the review or anything. I do want to say a big shout out to Ubisoft because they sent me a copy 2 Tuesdays ago. Ironically, I didn't realize it was sitting in my inbox, so I didn't actually start playing it until a week last Wednesday, which was ironic. But I really love this. This was everything I kind of wanted from it. It's a game that's not a Star Wars game with lightsabers. I love the Jedi Fallen Order games and Jedi Survivor. This is a different take. It's seeped in all the lore and stuff without paying fan service. The music's great. The dialogue's great. So far, I'm really enjoying the story. I do love the characters. I love the fact that you have got a cute, cuddly sidekick. To me, Nick is so much more than a little sidekick, because quite often will get you out of the shit as a little character. And compared to say like BD in Thingy, where it just gives you a few things like, oh, I'll go look at that thing over there. Oh, here's the health stim. You've got to use Nick's to get out of situations. What was great. I really like this, and I'll be honest. In the 2 weeks I've been playing it, it's only crashed on me once, and I don't think I've had a patch for the game yet.
No, I haven't seen a patch. I think I've had about
it wasn't a day one patch.
crashes from it, but
yeah,
I've never really lost any progress because it.
No, I haven't. It popped me straight back in.
Yeah, it's never been problematic.
Yeah. So, Jenny Sparkles, thank you so much for the 5 community subs. They've gone to Obstinate, Headstrong, Lucky, Pars, Big Nasher, and Gizmaloid, and that now puts us 56 out of 100, and those were all 25% cheaper because it's September. So thank you so much. I am now only 44 away from my 100 goal for getting a 60-40 split. So thank you so much, Jenny. Make sure Jenny gets a big shout out. An exclamation stop up in chat. Show your love. Simran, your thoughts on this one?
I'm just so happy to have an installment into the game franchise for Star Wars that isn't Jedi's. Like you, Mag. There's so much of that universe, and there is just so much lore that does not revolve around the Jedi's. Star Wars: The Old Republic did a really good job of this, where you could pick so many different backgrounds that weren't Jedi's. Like personally, I didn't think they did it enough with the previous installment, Fallen Order. Like I actually want a game where you play as a Sith Lord. Where you actually have to have that moral compass of. I know they tried it a little bit with I didn't play the second game where you play as a stormtrooper or a stormtrooper commander at the beginning of the game. And then go into the rebel. I feel like they just didn't tap into it enough, because the Star Wars universe isn't as like the rebels do a lot of bad things as well. Like it isn't as like white and black as they make it in the movies. It is like there is a lot of shades of grey in this universe. And having these outlaw stories told, I like that side of it. And I want to see more Sith and Imperial background games get shown as well, that show all sides of the conflict. So I think it's really refreshing. I've not had it crash on me once. Like I've just been really, really lucky. Like I think it's a great addition to the Star Wars thing. I'm not a mega Star Wars fan. Like I'm a casual fan. But I think it's a great addition.
Yeah, I'm loving this. Deadly Pilgrim says, for fuck's sake, E.T. was in the Star Wars universe. Yet to see Elliot and Drew Barrymore in a game getting him to phone home. You never know which stranger things are happening. It could be a bloody DLC for all we know. Let's have a look at some of the scores, because I'm going to go shoot back up to, there's a lot of scores. Let's see if I can find these. So let's go for this. Kieran, solid 9. Deadly Pilgrim, 9. Games Guru, 9. Manic, 9. Solid 10 from Dark Siren. Jenny said an 8. Just Another Gamer Geek, 9. Dogbox said 8.5. Big Fuzzy Yak, 8.5. King Crazy, 9.5. Gozzo, 7.5. Drawn Unicycle, 8.5. Fury said 7.5. iQuell, 7.5. Just Another Gamer Geek, said 7 hours in and really enjoying it. Nice. Any more scores? Scrolling down. Flame says an 8. Not Black and White on Good and Evil. We have David Gemmell fan in the making. There we go. Score from you, Simran?
I'm going to give it a solid 8.5 from my play time of it. I think it's a definite strong 8.5.
Okay, Dave.
I'm going to go for a 7.5. I'd usually go higher, but I've seen a few reviews score it a bit on the lower end because I got quite nitpicky about bits of the game.
Okay. Thank you for the 7.5. Last chance, folks. It's your last chance to get shout-outs. This is Star Wars Outlaws, which came out on the PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC last Friday. And if there are no more scores, I can tell you that, yes, the reviewers were quite picky. And there were some also quite bad reviews of this game. I don't think it was deserves this. I think it needs a slightly higher score. But it still gets a fairly decent, on average, 7 out of 10. So it's decent, but some people have been a bit like, I think, again, GameSpot were really hard on it compared to someone like IGN and that, and some others. So there you go. But I'd say at the moment, for me, it's an 8 for me personally. So it's good. It's good there. It's better than Acolyte, but that doesn't say much. Yeah, well, they cancelled that, haven't they? So there you go. There you go. So congratulations to anyone who did say 7 out of 10. Well done. I crossed the Star Wars Dark Forces 2. Jedi Knight is a great Star Wars game ever, and I'm prepared to die on the hill for it. Good games.
Awesome game.
Good games. Final bit of gaming news before we wrap up the show, because we are starting to run a bit over, folks. For those that are looking forward to it, we've literally, in the next couple of days, the brand new Astro Bot game is landing, and I can't wait for this, and I will be streaming this Wednesday next week on the channel, so you've got to go check it out. However, for those of you that have basically been very keen-eyed and looking at the PlayStation trophies before the game is out, there might be a hint that we might be getting another Astrobot game. Because apparently, and again, take this with a pinch of salt, because if you have a look at the PSN trophy list, there is a trophy that when you earn all the trophies says, congratulations, we'll see you in the next adventure. Now, it could mean that they're considering another game. Doesn't necessarily mean there's going to be another sequel. But obviously, Astrobot's been quite a thing recently, because obviously it was in a VR, PSVR. And then we got, was it a PSP game as well, I believe? There was a little PSP game for it. And then we got the tech demo, Astro's Playroom for the PS5, which was amazing. And now we get this full-blown game. And everyone, I can see this. If this goes as good as I think this will be in a lot of Game of the Year lists. I'm expecting a lot from this game. So I'm looking forward to playing this. But do you think we might get a sequel of this? Right, because this is the first full-blown game we're really getting. So do you think if this sells well, we'll get one?
Oh, yeah, I don't see why not. After playing the other games, especially like the PSVR game, it was so well put together. Absolutely brilliant platform. And then I really enjoyed Astro's Playroom with the PS5. But it's still one of my favourite things I've played in the PS5. It's still the best showcase for the DualSense controller as well.
Yeah,
no question about it. So those had been made so well. It was so much fun, such a joy to play. That I would happily play as many as they want to put out. Really looking forward to this one this week.
Yeah, I think it's going to be great. As I say, Wednesday next week will be when we're playing it, so I'm looking forward to it. Simran, fan of it, have you tried any of the Astrobots?
No, do you know what? I tried it a little bit on PlayStation 4, but I think I just did what I always do and got distracted by something else and never went back to it. But yeah, it is pretty much a signature mascot of Sony at this point. So I can't see the reason why they wouldn't continue it if it doesn't do well. If it succeeds really well.
Yeah, I think it'd be really good. Fingers crossed for it. I think it'd be amazing. So we'll find out about that on a future show when we talk about how Astrobot does. Also, very quickly, a couple of games that also came out that we just didn't get time to talk about. If you want to find out more about these games, you can join my Discord, !Discord. The trailers for this, the scores, and all the information will be out. But a very quick rundown. Last Thursday, we had Gundam Breaker 4 out on PlayStation 4, 5, Switch, and PC. Got an 8 out of 10 on average. Akimbot, also out on last Thursday. PS5, Xbox Series X, S, and PC. Got a 7 out of 10. We had Bloodless, also out on the Thursday, the 29th, on PC and Switch. Got a 7 out of 10. We had Witchspring R, also out on the same day for PC, Switch, Xbox One, and PS5. Thought that was a bit weird. No Xbox Series X, but no PS4. Weird. That got an 8.5 out of 10. We had Monster Jam Showdown, also out on the same day for PS4, 5, Xbox Series X, S1, PC and Switch. If you fancy some monster truck action, that got a 7 out of 10. And then Uma Sung Pretty Derby Party Dash came out last Friday on PS4, PC, and Switch and got a 7 out of 10. All those game trailers will be in my Discord if you want to check them out. We just didn't have time to fit them in because there's just too many games that came out in the last week. So there you go, folks. That is our show. Firstly, a massive, massive thank you to the one and only Simran.
Oh, thank you very much. Sorry, I was waiting for, just more applause and more praise and everything.
I know. I mean, hang on.
I'm joking. I'm messing with you. No, thank you for having me on, mate. It's been an absolute...
Hang on. See if you can hear this.
There we go.
There you go.
Oh, no, thank you, mate. It's been a pleasure, and I can't wait. I'm super excited to be collaborating with the wonderful Timeless Gaming Convention for Format After Hours, and it'll be nice to see you actually be able to enjoy an event for once and come and just actually enjoy it.
And I will actually get to play the games at the main event, main format event, which is something I've not been able to do. Well, 3 shows ago was the last time I got to play some games. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to it.
Good. I've got a very good lineup for you all this year of games.
I'm looking forward to it. Thank you so much. Folks, again, there is all the details. Dan just put Format's website, the ticket for the tickets as well, the Twitter, the Instagram, the TikTok. And if you want to get 25% off, there's hardly any tickets left for the main event. So if you want to get your tickets, !Format in the chat. Dan says, cannot bloody wait. Simran, mate, cannot wait for the event. Best of luck to you and your team with the prep and see you later in the month. Cannot wait for Format. Discord joined. Awesome, Rob. Thank you. As I know who you are, I will fast track you, my friend. So I'll add you in a little bit. You might not be able to see anything yet, but we'll get it sorted for you. Also, big shout out to Dave, as always, my co-host, who knows
always
the most.
Pleasure, mate.
Always good. Our show next week, because I am jetting off to Ecuador tomorrow, as some of you may know, for reasons that are beyond me. But I will be back late Monday. So my next stream is actually this time next week on Tuesday. Now, please note that our guest that was scheduled, Mr. Jason Bradbury from The Gadget Show, will not be on next week, but he will be on the 24th of September. Unfortunately, due to scheduling conflicts, he's recording the latest podcast for The Gadget Show. Yeah. So he literally rang me today and went, mate, can I change the date? And I was like, of course you can. So he's not going to be on next week. We will announce the guest later this week for next week's show. But Jason will be with us, Jason Bradbury, on the 24th of September. And then Wednesday next week, as I've said, will be Astrobot. So those will be the streams for next week. The guest is Jenny, apparently. We've announced that. There you go. That's the thing. Jenny, if you're serious, we can get you on the show because I haven't booked anyone yet. Being deadly serious. So there you go. Because literally Jason rang me about 10 minutes before this show. So there you go. Thank you to my wonderful mods and Dave and my management and everyone. Thank you to all you lot in chat for just being awesome and joining in and watching the show. It's going to be awesome. And we are now going to go do a raid. So let's see who we can raid and see who's on. Wait, I thought it was me. Join you. I mean, again, DM me. I've now got the Sash song stuck in Ecuador. Everyone, all these people are saying I thought I was a guest. DM me. I might end up booking you. Don't start teasing because we'll do it. I'm just gonna have a quick look, see if there's anyone that we know. I'll tell you who we're gonna go. Oh, I'll tell you who we'll go raid because he raided me the other week. Just so you know. Oh, Twitch Olympics isn't on tonight, by the way. Thank you. But there's someone that is from the Raw Discord who I met, and he raided us the other week, and that is Hero of Hylia. He is on, and he is playing Dyson Sphere program. I have no idea. Is it something to do with Hoovers? But we'll go raid him because he's a good lad, and I met him at Lisa's event, which is really cool. So that raid will start when the end credits have rolled, and we will do that. Oh yeah, he's a lovely bean. He is. Well, hello and good night from me. Hello, Tomo. Oh my God, Tomo. Sorry, you've just turned up when we're about to raid out. Sorry, dude. Don't worry. I will talk to you in a bit, Tomo, when we do this. But I'll drop that link in chat. Go say hello to Hero of Hylia. He's a lovely, lovely guy. Thank you so much, everyone. All that leaves for me says, wherever you are in the world, have a great morning, a great afternoon, or a great evening. And I shall see you back Tuesday next week, assuming I don't get riddled with bullet holes. Or basically just get sold off for auction for body parts. You lot have been amazing. I've been slightly average. Cheers. Let's do that funny wave thing now. Bye.